Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. It's the year 2026 already. Wow, I just really can't believe it. Well, hopefully you guys have stopped celebrating and things are beginning to calm down. This week at work was quiet, but I know Monday when I go into work, everyone's going to be miserable because the reality of all the holiday season being over is over. So in this video today, guys, what we're doing is we are looking at everything MiSTerFPGA in the year 2025. So we're starting from last January with what course came out, with what updates came out. We're briefly touching on everything else, right? So yo, Scalino, how you doing there, buddy? So essentially, the MiSTer has, I do a weekly news video. And in that weekly news video, I comprehensively cover FPGA gaming, right? Whether it's updates, whether it's new cores, whatever happens, I'm always covering that stuff. So, right, so we started the year with this Tecmo game, which is I know it's Shadow Warriors, but it's also known as Ninja Gaiden. So good stuff there. So what I'll show you, I'll give you an example of the playlist. And well, I've got too many people on today. Okay, never mind. Doesn't really matter as long as we are having fun. So guys, if you do enjoy this kind of stuff, then pressing that like button and subscribing to the channel is super duper helpful. Yo, RT Retro Gaming. Right, so what we are going to do is let's bring this up. Bear with me. Let's have a look. Let's go here. Okay. So this is one of the other games on the call, which was Tecmo Night. Didn't quite come out in January, but we did get a release of this. And what essentially we're going to be doing is looking at these videos. But if we go down into the timestamps, like right down here, we can see all the stuff that came out from MiSTer that year. Oh, there's quite a bit of stuff here. So Shadow Warriors, Ninja Gaiden, that's what we're looking at. Then we had Tekken World Cup, which is a football game. Not really my thing. We can give that a quick look. Let's go ahead and put on Tekken World Cup. So Shadow Warriors was the game that we started with, right? And a banger of a game to start the year with, right? I mean, what a year, what a way to start the year. So let's go core and let's go with TEH. So let's press T. TEH, where are you? Tekken World Cup. Now, let me know what you guys think of this game. This really isn't my cup of tea. Like, I like football games. This definitely wasn't one of the football games that I enjoyed playing as a kid or anything like that. Yo, on a the 5217, how you doing there, buddy? Really used to prefer it when YouTube just kind of had like the names on there, the usernames. Then now it has handles. But I guess with handles, they can't be forged. You can see exactly who the person is. But a lot of handles do have numbers and stuff in there. So this was a game that we got out early in the year. So Tekken World Cup was something. Was it released then? It may have just been an update. So yeah, sometimes in my timestamps there, it doesn't say release. It might just be a preview of the game. Maybe it was released later. Just having a look. Okay, so yeah, so some of this stuff may not have been released at exactly the same time. I'm just kind of having a look at it. Yeah, so it's stuff that might be preview stuff, right? But this stuff definitely came out. So Tekken World Cup is a game that we got for the year. Then there was a game called Dark Adventure, which I can't remember what hardware that was on. It might have been one of the Sega games. So Dark Adventure, is it there? Dark Planet, was it? Okay, maybe, okay, I may have had a different name. Some of the games have alternative names, but I've got Dark Adventure there. Let's see what else we have got in that one. Okay, Gradius 2 got released this year. May have been later, but that's a good one to have a look at. Now, I know Gradius 2, for example. By the way, guys, I'm upscaling it with the Morph4K. And what happens is when it changes kind of frequency of screens, you get like a little bit of a funky thing on the screen, right? So Gradius 2, I know, is, oh, it is there. Okay, so this is version XH actually. This is the trainer version, right? So that did come out last year as well. So we got Gradius 2, and then we got this ROM hack of Gradius 2, which is really interesting because what this ROM hack essentially does is it lets you train stuff. So Gradius 2 is one of the games that came out this year. And that's a massive thank you out to Hervieux and his team, and as well as Scuttis77 or Ulf Scutnabber. He's done a lot of the reverse engineering work for this, so massive props to him. So Gradius 2 is one of the games that we got on MiSTer. So when we go in here, So when we start the game, there you go. When you start the game, it kind of lets you pick your stage. So you can start from whatever stage you want, right? You can essentially just go and you can go to the last stage and you can go to, yeah, you can go and fight the last boss straight away. Again, you can pick your ship, the type, whatever you want. So let's go here. Shield, always prefer the force shield. So here we go, Gradius 2, guys. Oof, okay. Okay, I kind of want to get a power up. So the one downside to this is you don't have any power up. Oof. Okay, we just died there. Okay, so let's try and okay, you know what? Let's give this a quick reset, and hopefully the attract mode can make the game look better than what I'm making it look. In the meantime, let me just go over and have a look at what else was there. Okay, so Mystery 90s core. Okay, right. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in my weekly news videos, but some of the stuff isn't out, and I hope I don't miss stuff, right? Okay, so that's one done. And what we're going to do, let me have a look at the next one over here. So we're looking at episode 129 now. Let's have a look at the timestamps. So 129, where do we start? Right, okay, oh, okay, Sega STV. Not sure if that was released in January, but it was definitely released in the year 2025. So that's a cool one. So have I got them all in order? I had a folder on here. These MRAs might be old actually. So let's go, let's just go to C and let's put something on like Cotton 2, because that's a game on the STV system. So the STV system came about really, really nicely. Like, so it was really, really cool where what happened was, Electron Ash, I think, started messing around with some of the stuff, and you realize that obviously the STV is an arcade system based on the Sega Saturn hardware. And what happened was he was like, okay, let's kind of get this working. So he started looking into it. Then all of a sudden, the next thing we know is, oh, by the way, guys, don't use drugs. If your drugs don't work, then you need to change your dealer. So yeah, Electron Ash kind of started working on this a little bit, and it is SRG 320, SRG 320's core, right? So it's his core, and it's a variation of that core which gave the arcade side. And this is something that I really, really love about the MiSTerFPGA and the whole scene in general, guys. There's just so much out there, and so this is phenomenal. This game is amazing. Soundtrack for this is just absolutely brilliant. Like, if you haven't played this, play it. It's available via Update All. So you can grab it. There's a whole bunch of games on STV, and what we'll do is whenever I think STV, I always kind of think STD, right? I've never had an STD in my life, but I can assure you I'm not a virgin. I have 3 kids to prove it. Seriously. But I've never had an STD. It just means I've been a clean boy in a clean world. There you go. Right, okay. So there you go, a horizontal shmup. Big shout out to Terminator 2K2. I know he loves the Cotton games, so big shout out to you, buddy. Hope you are doing really, really well. So 2025, what a fantastic year, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of arcade cores, and the reason you're going to see a lot of arcade cores is because a lot of the systems the MiSTer can do is pretty covered, right? So when we look at new games, a lot of times it's arcade stuff that we're getting. But yeah, definitely give this a shot, man. This is a fantastic little game, and I really do like the STV. But then the STV also gave us, let's have a quick look. Die Hard Arcade. Oh, actually, no. I just saw a game there I wanted to have a look at. Is it Decathlete? Oh, there you go. This is really, really good. Now, a lot of these games are out for the Sega Saturn, so you can play the Sega Saturn version. But what's really cool is the loading times. The loading times for games on the Sega STV, they're using a cartridge instead of a CD, so the loading times are a heck of a lot quicker. As well as that, what happens is the soundtracks are different. Whereas the Sega Saturn will have CD quality sound, these ones here won't have CD quality sound, but they'll have a very, very good soundtrack in and of its own right. In fact, my buddy Chris's Retro Gaming, Terminator 2K2, was actually asking him what soundtrack he prefers for Cotton, the STV version or the CD Sega Saturn version, and he actually says he prefers the STV version. So that's really, really cool. So again, like really, really nice stuff. So Decathlete, this was a game that on the Sega Saturn and on the STV, what was happening was we weren't like the graphics, like what's the best way to explain it, right? The colors of the person, it was almost like you had silhouettes, like wireframe silhouettes there. And yeah, it took a while before it got working. Now everything just works amazingly well on there. Guys, can I do request, if you do enjoy FPGA gaming, you enjoy the content on the channel, then press that like button. Do it for beautiful Karen over there. Also, this the live streams that I'm doing, at least for the foreseeable future, I'm not monetizing them while the stream is live. So if you want to become a channel member or drop a super like, it's really, really appreciated. But I literally turn off the monetization to give you that just a fluid experience without any ads, without any interruptions, so you can enjoy it. So any support is appreciated, super likes, memberships, but if not, pressing that like button really, really does help. Absolutely amazing. So there we had that. Let me go back. So I'm kind of like checking a web page in between, checking my old videos, and let's see. So after STV, Konami Bubble System release, okay. Bubble System, okay. I think that was Bubble System. What did we have on that? I think we had, was it Bells and Whistles, or I can't remember what the other name is. I need to remember the name, which was something that Raki worked on the Bubble System. Man, it's gone. Maybe it is Bells and Whistles, right? Now, guys, the Swipey Tang. Okay, so that's kind of gone there. So what we are looking at is we need to find episode 130. Now, so here you go, guys. Let me give you a peek of the videos there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at episode 130. Which is over here. Whoops, mine. Let's get rid of that advert there. That's not an advert on the stream. That's just an advert for this video. Okay, so now I am now going to go to the timestamps, and let's have a look at what we've got in here. So Gradius. Oh, okay. So this was kind of interesting. Let's have a look at this. Didn't happen for the MiSTer, but let's have a look at this. So I'm going to skip this advert with you guys not watching, and we'll have a look at something here, something that hopefully we'll get this year, right? But let me go over to the correct timestamp now. So where is it? Where are you? Okay, so at 2 minutes 45. Right, so guys, do you remember SRG 320? He showed like the 3DO like coming alive. So that was one of the things that we were shown in 2025, but we haven't got it. So this isn't one of the cores that we have, but this is something hopefully we will get in the year 2026. Like, I really can't believe the 3DO is coming over to the MiSTerFPGA. It's amazing. And if anyone can, SRG 320 can. Remember, the Sega Saturn core is supposed to be an impossible core. The PlayStation, the Nintendo 64. So I guess is the 3DO supposed to be impossible? It doesn't look like it's going to be impossible. SRG 320 is working on there. I really cannot wait for the time where these become available via Update All. Sorry, not via Update All, via the MiSTerFPGA Discord server, where the test builds are posted in the unstable nightlies and the test builds. So really, really looking forward to that. So yeah, this is something that didn't come out but was shown off. Like, it was shown in action running on the MiSTer by SRG 320. So hopefully this is something that we can get in the year 2026. I mean, it's a whole 12 months, right? So it's very likely that we will see at least an early release of this, or a work in progress. Naturally, I'll keep you guys posted. So let me go down after 3DO. So guys, I'm kind of reading stuff here. Okay, so Sega Saturn hits Update All. That was another big thing there as well. So the Sega Saturn core, if it wasn't an Update All before that, either hit Update All or it got an update, or it got an updated version of the core. As well as that, something that we got this year. Look how good this looks in 4K, man, with the morph. Like, I really like what it does for the Saturn and the STV. So let's give this a reboot and do. Just pardon the kind of graphics that you get there. Hopefully Karen will keep you interested during that black screen moment, or the black screen moments that we will get. Let me get you another Karen versus Terminator, and let's have a look. So another thing that was really interesting was the Atari Jaguar core. Now, that's still a work in progress. I haven't updated it for some time now. I've only got I'm doing this on my single SD RAM one. So what actually, you know what, sorry, what's really cool is I ran a script here, and I need to use it. This updates all the unstable cores, and is the Jaguar there? No, I can't see it unless it's Atari Jaguar there. No? Atari Lynx, Atari ST, no, okay, so I haven't got it in here. This is something that the unstable script isn't grabbing, which really wish it did. Okay, so let's have a look at console. And we'll have a look at one of the Jaguar builds, right? So what's like the latest one? Oh, 9. Oh, that's from January last year. That's from a year ago. That's from 2024. 14. 2023. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is an older version, but again, something that we got on the MiSTerFPGA, and I'm not sure if this was actually 2024, wasn't it? So something that got updated a few times. I need to look into it actually to see if there has been any updates for it. This is a big game for it, Alien versus Predator. And here you go, man, the Jaguar. So we've got the Jaguar in some kind of capacity there. And you know, the Jaguar's there. It's like, so it's really, really cool because this was a core that was dormant. It was left to die, and then Grey Rogue done a rework of it. I know Mazamars is working on like an analog pocket version of this, so it kind of got resurrected. And for the whole part, it's a very, very fun core. I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried it, if you want to try this system out, go over to the MiSTerFPGA Discord server, go over to the Atari Jaguar channel, and when you go there, go and try out, go and download the latest version of this core, grab the games. You might need to grab a BIOS file. It's been a while since I've done it. Right, okay, let's kind of go here. So you can pick out of like Alien, Marine, or the Predator. I usually pick the Marine. The Marine feels like a shmup. This is quite a cutting edge game for when it was out, but you know, we've had better games, a lot of better games since. Oh, guys, off topic, man. I'm looking at a GDMU modded, what's the fire button? Okay, I'm looking at a GDMU modded Dreamcast for to buy, just to kind of get it, because I know I can stick it into the Morph now and get it to work. So that sounds really, really cool. That's something that I think I would like to get. And I know there's a component cable for the Dreamcast, so that'd be fun, right? So that's that over there. Let me run another game. I want to run a game with an attract mode. What was that game? Was it Cybermorph? Okay, so Cybermorph, not the best game, but I remember looking at this on this system and thinking, wow, man, that's pretty crazy, right? I guess the V stands for virus. Then maybe sexually transmitted virus. Good one. I've got a multi-system too, and have finally got a retro NAS up and running. Oh wow, that's really cool. I know Anime always tells me, he's like, Pixel, get yourself a NAS, and I never ever bother doing it. I'm an SD card guy, man. I've got different STs and all the MiSTers. Yes, I'm an idiot like that. Seriously, I really, really am. Right, let's have a look to see what else is on the horizon after the Atari Jaguar. Okay, so it's mentioned like CPS3 in there, but obviously that's like an update to that. Plenty of Zapparoo stuff that happened, but I don't use too much of that myself. Okay, so that's that one there. So what episode was this? This was 130 we had a look at. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to 131 and have a look at the timestamps to see if something jumps out there. And yeah, we've always got the always got these adverts on here. Let's have a look. Right, okay, what we got? Kubrick. Okay, right. So let's, in fact, we can just watch the video of this on here. Okay, let's kind of turn this down a bit. Let me bring this up. So here's an intro for one of the older videos. So then we got like this game called Kubrick, which if I'm not mistaken, is a game on the Sega System 18. So the same core as Shadow Dancer. So that may have come, Shadow Dancer may have come in 2024. That may have come some time ago now, right? But Kubrick is one of those puzzle games, and this is a difficult game, man. I remember trying to play it and thinking, what the heck, man, this game is difficult. Okay, we're not going to look at gameplay, Pixel. Oh, here you go, there you go. So yeah, it's not the type of game I would play in the arcade, but hey, it's one of the games that we got for the MiSTerFPGA in the year 2025. So a lot of support, a lot of games from Hatego and his team. So let's have a look. Okay, we're still running with that. Okay, that's really cool. Just want to put something on that's a little bit quieter than that, because that was fairly loud. Let's have a look here. Okay, so okay, we're looking at the Jag here. Right, let me get that down. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. It's me hands on deck doing lots and lots of stuff here to see what's going on. Okay, wicked. Let's have a look. Oh, I love my Dreamcast GDMU. Looks great on my 28 CRT using VGA to SCART. Oh, wicked, Jules. I'm very tempted to buy it. There's one on eBay, and I've asked them some questions, and I've offered them a price. So hopefully they'll be like, yeah, man, like let's do a deal or whatever. So that'll be good, right? Let's have a look. So we had a look at Kubrick. Sorry, having a look at, okay, the timestamps here. Atari Jaguar again, Sega Saturn update. Okay, so a lot of stuff with the Superstation 1 happened in, so we're not necessarily looking at all the hardware stuff, but a lot of stuff did happen with the Superstation 1. So we had stuff with, you know, retro remake, Shank stuff. So let's have a look if we can. Okay, let me just bring this web page up. So the Superstation 1 was something a lot of people pre-ordered in 2025. I'm not sure if pre-orders were open in late 2024 or not. I honestly can't remember, but I know in 2025 this has been something big. And, you know, a few people have actually received theirs now. I just dropped the video actually just before doing this stream where Taki shows the Super Dock actually using the snack bypass. You can't see it here, but there's a snack bypass here. Maybe it's covered up, using and playing it with an N64 controller. So that's been something that's been big on like a hardware level, right? So Superstation 1. I know a lot of people have been quite hyped about that, right? Okay. What else have we got? Okay, so the MiSTer Multi-System was another one. MiSTer Multi-System. So I wonder what would be interesting with the multi-system is, are they actually out of pre-order now? Can you just order it and get one? So it's 258 including VAT. It's not bad actually delivered. I mean, it's more than a MiSTer Pyro QM Tech MiSTer. But provided if these were in stock and you can get them, like for me in the UK within a couple of days, sometimes I'm impatient. You know, if someone says to me, you can pay like £150 and wait 3 months, or you can pay £250 and wait 2 days. I'll be like, you know what, I'm impatient. If I've got the money, let me spend it. So that's been something that came out in 2025. Let's get out of here and let's have a look at some other stuff. Okay, that was kind of it for that week. Okay, we've got a lot of ground to cover, so we may not comprehensively go into everything. So this was episode 131. So let me look at the notes in 132, and I will change the game, hopefully to something decent just shortly. I'm not even sure if we're going to finish everything in this year, man. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the timestamps here, guys. And what have we got here? Okay, so Konami GX hardware, STVs. All right, I just want to see a. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fairly easy. There wasn't really a lot in episode 132 that can be considered new. So let's move on to 133. Sorry, I'm doing this in the background as you see it. Sorry to make you watch probably the worst Double Dragon game out there. But hey, you know what? Until we change it and find something else, we are sticking with it, right? What have we got? Intro. Okay. Okay. So Typhoon Girl. Okay, Typhoon Girl. Not a big fan of this game, to be honest. But let's reset it. Let's have a look at Typhoon Girl. You know what girl I like? That's my girl on screen there, man. Hopefully it is in here as Typhoon Girl, because sometimes arcade games have like different names, and no, it's not there, is it? Typhoon Girl. Let's have a look. Let me have a look at some of the other stuff as well. And Rumba Lumber. All right, let's have a look at Rumba Lumber. Hopefully Rumba Lumber is there. Anyone see Rumba Lumber? If not, I can always play the video of it. Okay, Rumba Lumber. Okay, this was a game or a couple of games. So we had Typhoon Girl and Rumba Lumber from Artego. This was a release for this year. These aren't really my games. Like I think I tried this and I was like, meh, not really my thing. No nostalgia for them. Never played them in the arcade. Really don't care that much for this game. So I don't know if any of you guys played it in the arcade, but for me, a lot of the games that I like playing, I need the nostalgia for, and I had no nostalgia for this. While you look at the beautiful attract mode of this abysmal game, but again, guys, I know I criticize some of these games, but from a preservation standpoint, I want everything to come over. I want all the MAME to come over, like every single thing. Final Burn Neo, every single ROM set come over. Let's get them on there, right? What's this? So on the 5217 says, do any of you remember those old Jaw Dogs controllers from the Upscaled Jaw Dogs console? I don't even know what a Jaw Dogs console is, man. It was known for playing games similar to that on the time. No, I'm not familiar with that. Okay, so we got JJ Giblin. I ordered Superstation last January and I'm still waiting for it as my first FPGA device. Your channel has been very informative and entertaining during the wait. Well, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. I do try and entertain stuff. What does really help, there's something that really makes the channel entertaining, and it's Karen over here when she fights people like Terminator. And sometimes when I say something that's not funny, or I want to say a word like potato, I just said potato, it's not funny, but if I go potato and I press that button, all of a sudden it makes it funny and entertaining. Yes, I will never ever grow up. Right, here we go. We got Rumba Kenbunga Majumba. Right, what else have we got here? Right, just trying to see if there's any new stuff here. Okay. Oh, okay. This was pretty cool from so something a little bit unrelated. So what was this? This was the MiSTer Mini ITX Ironclad DX. So really really cool here from a D3F mod. They make some really really cool stuff, and they've made like a case that goes in your PC. Then they've made like this ironclad case. Big shout out to them. They've offered it to me multiple occasions, but I don't like taking stuff I'm not going to use. And I was like, look, I'm happy with my MiSTers. I'm limited to space. So I do like the product that they offer, but I've got no use for it. In fact, I was actually supposed to arrange like a sit down with them where we talk together on a channel. And I said, look, I'd rather give one out to the viewers. So maybe do let me know if you're interested in potentially winning one of these or running a competition and getting them in for an interview. I can just give them a little holler and say, look, come back onto the channel, let's talk, and let's let the winners win one. Really, really nice guy that designs it. Like, you know, one thing I've got a lot of time for in FPGA gaming is good people. If you're a good person, you're well-mannered, and you're nice, I've got all the time in the world for you. And, you know, D3F mod, really, really nice guy. So got all the time for him. It's just unfortunate I'm never going to use that product. I'm happy with my tiny little MiSTer cases I got because I'm a big man that likes tiny things. There you go. See what I mean about the canned laughter? Okay, what else did we get on here? That's a Mini ITX. Okay, MiSTer Launchbox. Okay, someone was launching like MiSTer from the Launchbox front end. Kind of interesting. Oh, what's this over here? So, oh, okay. So someone, let's bring up this screen again. So MiSTer Organize was someone, I think I made contact with them on 2025. They're essentially like, they essentially like put together all the DAC files just for you to, like the name suggests, MiSTer Organize. That's what they do, is they help you organize your MiSTer. I'm not I mean, I'm organized, but my organized is chaos. I've got stuff all over the place, but I like the way I have my MiSTer. But if you want everything like categorized in, you know, games where your weapon goes clockwise, game where your weapon goes counterclockwise, you know, games where you jump up 1 meter, games where you jump up 1 meter plus, you know, games where you're doing this, or I'm joking now, I'm going extra into the genres. It's not that explicit, but you can, you know, stuff like genres of multiplayer games, racing games, and all that stuff there. They can kind of get that in there. Then you've got ROM hacks on there. Then you've got the Infinity NES to SNES ROM hacks. So they do a whole lot of stuff if you want your ROM collection organized. And yeah, so that's that. I had them on the channel for an interview. I tried this stuff out, but honestly, once I did the memory card out, I think I've still got the micro SD card that I configured with this stuff. I just had to go back to my normal way, man. I just don't like it. It's way too organized for me. Like I like the chaos that I've got. I like dumping my ROM hacks in a folder called My Hacks, and I know everything I want is there. So let's try and get another game on here. So that was MiSTer Organize, MiSTer VCR case. So let's have a look at this. So someone was working on this. So they turned a video recorder, if you can see it there, a video recorder into a case. That was kind of interesting. So what you got there, N64 there, sorry, let's make the picture bigger. Here you go, you got N64. Is that SNES? I think that's SNES. Yep, and that's PlayStation down there. That's NES. That's, you know, stuff like whatever, the Mega Drive, the Commodore Amiga. So that was something interesting to check out in there. I do like checking out these projects over on Reddit where, you know, people like us are just thinking, oh, let me do this or let me do that, and they go ahead and make something, right? So that was episode 133. So let's now go over to 134. Pretty bad at keeping count and stuff. So we're on 134 now. Let's see what 134 offers us, and hopefully there is some new stuff there. Some weeks we don't get new games, we do get some updates. So let's have a look at these. So Sega Saturn got an update. Oh, Neo Geo actually got an update on MiSTer that time as well. You know what? Let's just run a Neo Geo game because I am a big fan of the Neo Geo. I love the Neo Geo. Let's see. So it's interesting running a core from here, just swapping a core to another core. Neo Geo, fantastic. Sorry, I really need to work on my alphabet. Right, Neo Geo. Massive shout out to Furtek, guys. Furtek's actually back with his store. If you want like a lot of Neo Geo components and stuff, he is back. The guy is an absolute legend. So that's really, really cool to have him back. Like really, really amazing guy. The work he does is second to none. So let's run a game here. And right, okay. And Okay, sometimes the MiSTer freezes up just for a second, right, while it's loading something. And let's put on a classic like Metal Slug X. So we have got some eye candy. I bet you're going to find something that we're going to change quickly now. So yeah, Neo Geo received like an update or two in the last year. That's really, really cool. What else have we got? Okay. Superstation 1, Zapparoo. Sorry guys, reading all this stuff in the background. Okay, again, not anything massive on there. Not something that we haven't covered. I feel like since we're looking at Neo Geo, this was something that was really, really cool from Hoffman. So let me bring that up while that's loading. Oh, wow, that's really taking a long time to load. So do you remember Hoffman ported over Golden Axe to the Neo Geo? And the Neo Geo CD, and the Neo Geo CD has a soundtrack. I was more of a fan of Shinobi. The arranged soundtrack for Shinobi is absolutely fantastic. So not exactly like an exclusive to MiSTer, but this is something that when it was ported over, I enjoyed testing out and playing on my MiSTer. So that was really, really cool there. So Golden Axe on devices, and you know, the Neo Geo CD with the extra soundtrack, it really, really works really, really well. Okay, so there we have Metal Slug X's eye candy. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we've got down here while you guys enjoy that. All right, let's have a look. Ooh, okay, again, not massive, massive, massive. So what we let me check 135 now. Okay, I do like the pace that we're going through here. Hopefully we can go up to the end of the year. I really do hope we can. We've been doing half hour and wow, need to be really, really quick with this stuff. Right, let's have a look. So 135, what have we got in the timestamps? I really tried exporting my timestamps with AI, man, and it was just horrible the way it was working. Ooh, what was Victorious 9 and other fixes? No, that's fixes. Cycle rebuild on the other pocket. Okay. Oh, this was really, really cool. So, yep, let me bring up something a little bit newer. So, let's show you guys something here. Okay, so what was really, really cool was a massive, massive shout out to Slammy, guys. So Slammy, he brought us over CDI to the MiSTerFPGA, and guys, it's been absolutely fantastic. It's a phenomenal core. I really, really recommend that you guys check this out. Like really, really good. So I ended up testing out some games on there. I've done a few live streams. I've done some videos over the time. But what was really, really cool was now it supports VCDs. So we're watching stuff like RoboCop on here, man. Like RoboCop the movie. Have I loaded it yet? Let me go to the other screen. Sorry, looking at lots and lots of different stuff here. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Is that not showing? Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. So I need to kind of play it right. Okay. So let's go here. So we can. Here we go. That's Naked Gun there. There's different things there on the stream there. Let's have a look. Okay. So look. RoboCop, absolutely amazing, guys. So watching RoboCop, the VCD on the Philips CDI core was amazing. This is something that came toward the end of the year, by the way, guys. The CDI core made a lot of progress when it was available earlier this year. Like whenever it was February, when we kind of got the first initial work in progress build, it was very, very early. Not a lot of stuff played on there. Then some of the video stuff played. Then we got some other stuff to work. But now it's playing VCDs, which is absolutely fantastic, man. Let's go. Okay, let's play a bit of RoboCop. What a great movie. Remember this scene, guys, with Ed 209 where he shoots him? Let's watch this a little bit, man. This is absolutely super duper, man. Love it. Love RoboCop. I might say RoboCop 2 sometimes. I don't mean RoboCop 2. It is RoboCop, the original. I like RoboCop 2, but RoboCop 1 is the best. I remember watching it as a kid. And so he puts the gun down, and yeah, well, I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen it, but yeah, that guy is about to go down, man. They can't turn the damn thing off. This is freaking amazing. All right, let's go here. Oh, maybe I paused it there because it was a little bit too violent. All right, okay, let's turn that off. Right, back onto the Metal Slug viewing. And let's have a look over here. So, okay, so Superstation 1, Taki mentioned the RTC being in there. What else we got? MiSTer Multisystem 2, we've kind of had a look at that already. Right, okay, that's cool. We're kind of through with episode 135. So now let's have a look at what episode 136, what we showed at that point. Oh, this is going to be interesting actually. This just the video part is popped up on over here. So what we got over here? Okay. NY Captor. So this was a light gun game. Let's bring this up on here. So NY Captor is a light gun game. The good thing about the MiSTerFPGA now is it supports the Sinden light gun. So there you go, guys. NY Captor. This is one of those light gun games on the MiSTer. I have a Sinden light gun. I have set it up. Once you set the Sinden light gun up, it is very, very accurate. It's a very, very good experience. Let's go back out of here. What else is there? So there was NY Captor. What else have we got? Okay. Oh, so Wicker Wacker added cheat support for some of his arcade games. So in particular, we're talking like the title. Was this a title? No, this is the RGM M92 core. And what happened is we got cheats for this core. Cheats, there you go, look. So, and these cheats are available to add to any other core if the developers choose to add them to the core. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can make it, there you go, starting on 7E, infinite energy. So this was really, really cool. He also added save states, I think, for the RGM M92. And I think these cheats and save states are available in the core that he did after this one, which was the Title F2 core, which obviously at some point will show up in the videos and we'll have a look at. But really, really cool having a look at the cheats. I think let's have a quick look at this, because what happened was I think I just go over to the last boss and just pretty much just beat that last boss with one hit. So, you know, something that was tough isn't really necessarily so tough now. So let's have a look. She's a hottie, but then she transforms into that. I mean, nice titties. But yeah, there you go. So okay, let's just have a look. Let's have a look. I think it's that one hit. There you go, dead. And one other hit, and they are dead. Absolutely superb. So massive props out to Wicker Wacker for all the amazing work that the guy does. A true asset to the community, like many of the other developers. So what else have we got here? So that's arcade mode cheats. And right, okay. That's kind of it for that episode. Okay. I'm kind of glad we're breezing through this. It's 136. Let's go to 137 now. Episode 1. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm not so much looking at chat because I'm kind of looking at this other browser screen, right? So here we go. We're looking at 137. What do we have for 137? Oh, okay. So we had Wild Fang and Tecmo Night, which was another game on that. So we can let's see what that's under. Is that under? Oops, sorry, we're on Neo Geo now, aren't we? Let's give that a quick reboot, and that should be cool. Oh, remember Paprium, guys. Hopefully we can play that on the MiSTer one day. I'm hoping it's there on the Wild Fang. You make my heart sang. It is Wild Fang. Can't remember which one, but I might have an earlier version of it. All right, let's have a look. Sometimes I've got work in progress cores still on here. And those work in progress cores, if you see something that doesn't look absolutely right, it's because I may have an earlier version of the game that I got off what the developer of the core, in this case, Satego. So now this looks all right. So this reminds me a lot of Shadow Warriors Ninja Gaiden. It's very, very violent. I mean, just look at that. So that was a good game to get later in the year. I think we had a look at this at the beginning of the video as well, but let's leave that on while we have a look at some of the other stuff. So Wild Fang, again, more STV, more Sega Saturn updates. So we've kind of had a look at that as well. Okay, the cheats for RGM 92, they enter update all. In the previous episode, they were test. Okay, so that's kind of it. Okay, 138 is what we're moving on to now. 138. Right, let's have a look. 138 now. And what do we have here? Right, okay. Oh, so another game on this was Strato Fighter. Let's give that a quick look. Fighter was good because it reminds me of my buddy, Yeah Buddy. If any of you are regulars on the channel, you know about no, what's the other name for Fighter? Raiga. Is it under R? R-A-I-G-A? Oh, here we go, Raiga Fighter. So it's difficult sometimes. Arcade games had different names depending on what region they were in. So sometimes if they're, you might know it as one name, but then you have to look up the alternative name and kind of use that. So no biggie. I mean, Google's there, but we want this stream to be nice and fluid. We want it to flow well. So this was really good. It reminded me of my buddy, Yeah Buddy, because when I used to play R-Type, like Yeah Buddy used to be around shouting behind me, turn around, turn your ship around. And I was like, no, Yeah Buddy, you can't turn around in this game, until obviously we found Fighter and we found out he was talking about Fighter, because in this one, you do have a turnaround button. It is a very, very good game. It was part of the Ninja Gaiden core, Shadow Warriors, Wild Fang, also known as Tecmo Knight. So all the games have like 2 names on this core, but this is a good shmup. This is a lot of fun. Right, let's have a look. What else have we got? So around the time of this, we got Sinden light gun support for the MiSTer. That was really, really cool. Let's see what this shows us over here. Just having a look at. Okay. Yeah, so we got Sinden light gun support for the MiSTerFPGA, and that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun trying that stuff out. That's Yoshi's Safari on the Super Nintendo core. Now all the cores, you've got custom versions of the cores that work with the Sinden light gun. The Sinden light gun is a lot of fun. I like it on the MiSTer, but if I'm being completely honest, I feel like it plays a heck of a lot better on the PC. On the PC, you've got so much through emulation. It's nice to test that stuff out there. So this is a video from Chris's Retro Gaming, man. Yeah, who actually got this working on the Sega Saturn. So he done a really, really good job with that. The guys from Sinden were really, really happy with him. In fact, I think it was because of Chris doing that the Sinden guys sent me out the gun, Right, let's see what else is on there. Okay, so a big shout out to Amiga Vision, guys. So there's a fix for Amiga Vision. Where are we? Okay, Amiga Vision. Let's just give these guys a... So Amiga Vision, which has been around from before 2025, but this is really, really good. It received a little bit of an update during the year 2025. But if you haven't tried Amiga Vision for your MiSTerFPGA, definitely do it. I mean, they're supporting the Raspberry Pi now as well. They started supporting the Analog Pocket, but it really is best on MiSTer. It's an amazing experience. It's just something that has to be experienced. It has a really, really nice front end, a brilliant launcher. It's all just configured straight out of the box. A very, very nice Amiga experience. So even though not anything new there, it's definitely mentioned in the news videos every so often. I've got a lot of references to like retro remake and like the kind of stuff that they're doing. So that's cool. Right, okay, so now we've gone through 138. Let me move over to 139. 139, okay. Let's see what's in there for that. Okay, let's see what we got for the timestamps. Guys, I'm gonna load the game in a second and take a sip of my drink because I've been talking like mad. Okay. Docker, what is Docker Ben? Let's have a look at Docker Ben. I think that might be a baseball game, There you go, Docker Ben. Okay, I think that's one of Hertego's games. Let's have a look at that. And in the meantime, let me have a look at the window with chat and everything. Wow, okay, sorry guys. I really, really am neglecting chat today. But we have, yo, Mando's in the house. How you doing, man? Absolutely awesome to have you here. So what is, okay, it's a baseball game. Hopefully I'll get into a track mode so I can have a look at some of this. Games. Let's put the sound up a little bit so we've got a bit of the game sound. Yo, Nathan Neutral in the house. Yo, Takumi, how you doing there, man? This is a difficult one to engage with, guys. If you are enjoying this, press that like button. It really, really does help out. Right, Wicked. Anataki, nah, never happened to me. Wicked, Scalino, life in the big city, indeed, man. I wouldn't mind living on a farm, man, but I've got to stick around for the kids and whatnot. Would be neat to see Flappy Bird playing. I think there's a Flappy Bird core on the MiSTer. I know there's definitely one on the Analog Pocket. But yeah, maybe one day we can do that in the stream. Yo, SNK Kev, Happy New Year to you, my bro. Happy New Year. Absolutely amazing to have you here, man. Let's put some of these smileys out there. Right, okay, let me now go back and have a look at what else was there. So this is one of the games that we got again. Oh, sorry, it was Dokkaben 2 that we got. My bad. Sorry, not number 1. So number 2 is the new one that we got. JT Sin and light gun support. Oh, okay. So right, okay. So Dokkaben 2. Let's now go to something that I definitely like a lot more than Dokkaben. Even though I'm sure, like I do like some baseball games. I think they're pretty cool. So X-Men got a public release in 2025. So I think the beta release, I actually had an alpha release of that was missing quite a lot of stuff. That was fun to check out. So the alpha release was around, then it went into beta, and then it went into a public release in 2025. So it's a good game. We don't have the 6-player version, but we do have the 2 and 4-player versions on the MiSTerFPGA. So that's really, really cool. Guys, I'm just going to pause this my mic a sec, just to take a sip of my drink, because I've been talking a lot, man. My mouth is going dry. Oh, that was nice, man. I had a bit of I've got some coconut water, and I've also got normal water, but I've only got a little bit of coconut water, so I've got 1 sip left after that for my next one. But wow, very, very refreshing. Right, okay. Oh, this was really, really cool. So the same time that okay, so not sure when we got it, but we did get it in 2025, because unfortunately when I'm looking at my timestamps now, what's happening is, and this might be a note for next year, because I like to do the same thing every year. What I'm going to do is Rolling Thunder, I've got MiSTer Pocket and more, but I should put down Rolling Thunder Update. And then when it's released, I should put release next to it, and then I know. So all I've got is Rolling Thunder. Without going into that particular part, let's load up Rolling Thunder, because that was a big game for the year, guys. That was a big game. It's an arcade game many people like. It's something that I played on, believe it or not, the Atari ST around my uncle's place, right, when I was a kid. But yeah, Rolling Thunder is just one of those games, man. It's a really, really good game. It's loved by many. I remember when it came out, a lot of people were super duper happy that this game came out. Also, guys, just want to point out that this stream is non-monetized for your viewing pleasure. Anything like a membership or a super like is super appreciated, although it's not required. Really, pressing that like button helps as well. But I'm doing this so you guys have a really, really nice experience while you're watching it. I don't mind ads when I'm watching YouTube videos. Obviously, I shouldn't mind ads because I get revenue from that. But I don't mind when I'm watching a video. I'll skip it and then I'll go ahead and I'll watch the video. But live streams, I really hate ads. I really hate watching ads on there. It puts me off, because I want to be involved in it when it's live. And the ad just kills that kind of consistency. So yeah, guys, memberships and super likes are appreciated. This is a Rolling Thunder, guys. An absolute superb game, man. This was out before Shinobi. One wonders, did Shinobi take inspiration from this? I mean, me personally, I prefer Shinobi. There's a lot of similarities between this and Shinobi, especially the way you traverse between the platforms. The enemy design in this is really, really good. I know there's Rolling Thunder 2, and I can't remember what people say, whether they prefer the Mega Drive version over the arcade version. For me, usually arcade is king, but there are some rare instances where something that came out for a console or a computer might be better than the arcade version. An example of that I can think of is actually... what is it? Like something like Rodland, for example. Rodland for the Amiga is actually better than the arcade version. So there are a few examples of that. Right now, there's a game called Naughty Boy, and I hope I've got it on here, because I'm not sure if it hit up there at all. It probably did. So let's have a look now. Naughty Boy it's way before my time, guys. Like way before my time. Massive props out to my buddy Phil, who really likes this game. And I don't think he must be older than me for the games that he likes, but I'm not sure if he does. Okay, is that working? Oh, it's working. All right, cool. There you go, naughty boy. And this is one thing that I really do enjoy and like about the MiSTer, right? I mean, there's a lot I like about the MiSTer, but the fact that there's games out there that cater for everybody, right? It doesn't matter what your era of the arcade was. Was your era of the arcade where you like to play Space Invaders, right? If that's your thing, did you like games like this? Look, so I used to play games that look similar to this on like my Atari 800, and I guess to some extent my Commodore 64 as well. And these games were just fun. This is the day and age where you didn't need controversy, you didn't need killer graphics, you didn't need stuff looking real, right? It was all about the playability. It just hooked you, you know. It was very, very amazing, an amazing time. So I do appreciate games like this, but when it comes to me actually having been around in the arcade when these were around, well, that's a big no-no. I mean, I would have been probably born when these were out, but I didn't really play them. I remember as a kid going into a cab station and well, going with my parents to a cab station, and while we were waiting for a cab, they had like Pac-Man in there. And I remember I must have been like 3 or 4, man. Like the lights were amazing. I couldn't even reach the arcade stick, and I was there pulling away. And the good thing is, when you're a kid out there, you think you're playing, right? You think you're playing. You're not actually playing, but you're like, wow. And I was blown away by that, man. It was absolutely amazing. So I definitely appreciate some of the older games, even if I wasn't around for when those games were around. Yo, my bro Scandal in the house. How are you doing, man? Happy New Year to you and your family. Remember, buddy, we're all one day closer to retirement, and I feel like your retirement is going to come closer than mine. My boy, actually, my 11-year-old boy was asking me, like, Dad, when you're going to retire? I was like, as soon as you get your butt out and start working, man. Dad needs to retire. Go out and get yourself a darn job. He's like, yeah, Dad, I'll do it. I don't even like driving. I'm like, I can't wait for you to get older and start driving so I don't bloody have to drive anymore. He's like, yeah, Dad, I'll drive you everywhere. And I was like, yeah, damn right you will. Right, okay, let's check out. Right, so we had... What's we got? Oh, I got to send props out to this guy as well. So let's just bring this up on screen. The Epsilon, man. I love the guy. Jose BG, you guys know him as the Epsilon, the maintainer of the Update All script. Update All is massive. The guy's got it down to like under 2 seconds now just to complete all the checks. So let's say if you're completely updated now and you run it, it will just tell you in 2 seconds that it's done. The guy is amazing. The work that he does is the reason MiSTerFPGA Gaming is so easy, right? Everything is just, it just grabs it for you. It's like sending an assistant out to do your shopping for you, and it's not costing you a damn penny. So I always recommend if people can support the Epsilon, you know, he does have a Patreon. Check the guy out, you know, support him. Very, very good. He makes gaming on MiSTer so freaking easy, man. So freaking easy. Anyway, Happy New Year from Karen and the representatives of the Lollipop Kids. Right, let's have a look. Let's what else have we got? What else have we got? I think that kind of might be it for this episode. Right, let's have a look now. So where were we? We were on 139. I'm likely going to miss stuff, guys, because I'm very bad when it comes to attention to detail. Right, 140. We're on episode 140. So we're not doing too bad for timing. I'm really hoping, I've got a 3-hour kind of limit on this. I'm hoping we can get everything done in that time. So what do we have on 140? There's going to come a certain time where my timestamps are better, because what I used to do previously was when I did the timestamps, I would have the timestamps there and I would have the source listed directly underneath it. But what I do now is I've got the timestamps and I've got the sources listed on Metal Game Solid, so now I've got them all together. Okay, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Turtles in Time. Right, let's have a look at that one. So there's 2 versions of that core, in fact. So one of them is, what's going on with my DualShock, man? My DualShock crashed out again. What's going on? This thing don't disconnect. Man, what's up with this DualShock sometimes? It just goes. Right, let me turn this thing off. And I might just use a different controller. Okay, let's see if it reconnects. And then maybe there's an issue with the Bluetooth because I'm not using it that much or something. I think it's on the MiSTer side, the issue, actually. Let me bring out a trusty 8-bit though controller instead. Okay, just trying to turn that 8. Here we go. Turned off my DualShock 4. Okay, cool. Right, so what game were we? Oh, we were talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. So there's 2 versions of it. There's a coin-op collection version, and then there's Hatego's version. Now, Hatego kind of held out on that game for quite some time because he was waiting for for, who was it? Furtek to complete his work on this. So let's have a look. Which one is this? I think I might need to, let me see, maybe I wanted to do this one. Right, let's have a look. So there's two versions of the same core. Here we go. That's the JT version. So this is one of the Konami games. And this had like a custom copyright chip in there that took quite a bit of time to reverse engineer. And I remember Furtek was working on there. It's something that, you know, Hatego, I always recommend. I'm a big fan of Hatego. I'm also a friend with Hatego. You know, one of the things that, you know, I always encourage people to support developers, especially Hatego, and that's for my own selfish reasons, because you know what, the more people that support him, the more arcade cores that we get, the more he can outsource his work, the more he can put stuff out there. So he definitely pays for a lot of reverse engineering. So Takumi, you know what? The dual sense, I've got the dual sense. I like the controller, but I think maybe the Bluetooth on the MiSTer disconnects if I don't use it for a while, because I do put it down and leave it for a bit. But generally, I really do like the controller. The D-pad's really accurate. The 8-bit though controllers I've got, like the D-pads aren't as accurate. I get like false diagonals, so that can be a little bit annoying there. But let's have a look. Let's go back. Let's see what else was around then. So what else have we got? Right. Okay. So what core got an update? There was a major PlayStation core update. That's really cool. Let's run a PlayStation game. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go here, unstable, and just get the latest PlayStation unstable. You know, massive props out to Robert Pape, man. Amazing core that the guy's got. As well as that, we've got we've got people like Kuba, I think it's Kuba J, working on updates. Yeah, sorry Takumi, I'm just used to calling it a DualShock, because it's been DualShock, DualShock 2, DualShock 3, DualShock 4, and then I personally feel they should have just called it a DualShock 5. DualSense confuses me. Oh no, that's the control. I really do like the controller. It's a very, very nice controller. Mind you, I bought like a disc for the PlayStation 4, and it's done the hack for me that I had to do previously, so my kids can play some of the stuff on there, because I did back up all my games and put them away. So what's I want something with a good, okay, Rival Schools or something. Let's go here. So PlayStation Core received a few updates. What's really cool is the core's been pretty much complete for a long time, but there are issues with some random games. So sometimes the main developer, Robert Pape, pushes updates for this. Sometimes you get members of the community like Kuba J and other people, and what they'll do is they'll work on specific updates to work at certain things out, to make some improvements. And I remember one of the ones that they made recently was when you played the Wipeout games on the PlayStation 1, what would happen is the CD would play one track and it would either get stuck or it would keep looping that track. So what's really good is the changes, the updates that we got were that now it plays the tracks correctly. So if you, after it does one track, it will do the next track, it will do the track after that, it will do the track after that. So that's really, really cool. It's all this stuff, it's all community-led stuff, you know. It's the nature of open source. People can go and improve to that. Then there was, I've got it in notes over here, that for the Sega STV MiSTer, Batman can kick now. So for a long time, the kick button was missing. It was really weird because you could do your special move with it, which required you to press kick along with a combo of other buttons, but you couldn't kick independently. So that was quite mad. But in regard to Sega Saturn, guys, there was lots and lots of updates. Absolutely, we're talking like a massive amount of updates for the Sega Saturn, like a heck of a lot of updates, guys. So also, guys, if you're enjoying this stream, please press that like button. It really helps out. Also, the stream is non-monetized for your viewing pleasure, so you guys don't get any adverts. So memberships to the channel and super likes are appreciated, although in no way are they expected, you know. I just enjoy hanging out with you guys. So really, really cool stuff here. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Oh, you know, I probably picked the wrong thing, man. You always end up getting like soundtrack copy warnings when you have something running. But hey, we'll go with it, man. I'm surprised it let me do RoboCop 2, man. I didn't get any copyright claims for playing RoboCop 2 and the Naked Gun on the CDI core. So that was pretty cool. Cool. Compile time, Zane's. Okay, cool. So we've done 140 now. Let's go for 141. 141. Right, what have we got for 141? Let's see. What else? What else we got? Okay. Ooh, okay, so Ninja Gaiden got a public release. So Wild Fang Ninja Gaiden Strato Fighter that we've had a look at, public release there. So amazing. What else have we got? Bronx Cycle. Okay, so we got Bronx and Cycle Shooting, which was is it on the Bronx or is it going to be on the Cycle Shooting? I can't remember. It is Bronx, right? Okay, let's run a bit of Bronx. So this is one of the games that is a light gun game that you can play with a Sinden light gun. It's one of the games that Hatego brought over. And yeah, you can play it with the light guns. So yeah, interesting, I guess, if you're into that light gun stuff. And the Sinden light gun is compatible with the MiSTerFPGA. So Atari Jaguar got some more work done to it. The rework was done to it. So Sharp X68000, that's a really interesting system. That got a new update. Let's in fact, let's run the video part of that. So okay, let me go over here. So there you go. The footage you're seeing now is from an earlier video, an earlier episode. So this is the Sharp 68000. It's a very, very good system. So while in Europe, here in the UK, had the Amiga, in Japan they had the Sharp X68000, which if you really like, especially like the Capcom CPS1 and CPS2 stuff, well, it was on there. You had some really, really good ports, and I think someone even said that a lot of the stuff there was developed on this, or there was some kind of affinity there that kind of works. So that was really, really amazing just to see all the stuff that's available there, man. Absolutely fantastic. So right, let's now get out of here. So what we're looking at, Cycle Shooting there again. Let's now go back to the timestamps and have a look. Okay, okay, MiSTer accessories at great prices. Okay, so yeah, we're moving on to the next one, guys. I do like it when we move along quick. So we're on 142 now. Okay, so we started on 128 and we're on episode 142 already. Certainly do hope we can get all this finished. Let's see, I want to see something big, like a big release. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so Rolling Thunder, we've had a look at. Oh, this was really good. Taito F2. I was waiting for that one. So Taito F2 is a massive system, guys. Massive, massive system. What games are on there? Can anyone guess what I'm gonna go for? Yeah, probably no. Right, here you go. Dino Rex, baby. Yeah, it's dinosaur fighting orgy time. Like we do it, guys. Absolutely amazing. Right, okay, let me have a look at the chat, because this is one we can leave on for a little bit. We'll check some of the other games as well. Vertic stop reverse here. So Takumi, Vertic said he's kind of stopped, and hopefully he will come back. But if you check the weekly news video today, what was really interesting was Vertic actually said he's reopened his shop, so it's got lots and lots of Neo Geo bits in there. So he's back. So I put that in the weekly news video because I really like Vertic, man. He's always been super nice, just a very nice guy, very, very talented guy, and just overall a very professional person. So, you know, as soon as I saw a tweet from him, I was like, yeah, I need to put this in a weekly news video. So he's back, his shop is back, that's really good. He's got a lot of stock. So if you're after some specific parts for the Neo Geo, then he's your guy. You know, he's got like replacement components in there. So absolutely amazing. Amazing guy, amazing work. Oh, sorry. Before we exit this game, guys, let's show you the fighting here, guys. When I tell you this game is Dino Balls, man, it is absolutely terrible. I mean, there's a few terrible games on here, but this game is it's so terrible. It's like you want to play it, right? Do you know what I'm saying here? Like when a game is so bad, like you just want to give it a little bit of a play because it really is that bad. But talking about bad games on this system. Now, this was a bad game. I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. Like I played this game. I wouldn't say I played this game a lot. I played this game a few times in the arcade because it was in one of my local arcades. It was Final Blow. And honestly, guys, it just really isn't that good a game. The attract mode looked really, really good. It looked absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it looked really, really good. I really did like the look of it, but none of us could actually figure out how to actually play this game, right? It was just one of those games where there wasn't really much strategy there that we could work out on, but it looked really good. When you played this on a CRT, it really did look amazing. It just looked that darn good. Oh, I've got a message from the eBay seller. All right, so if anyone that's been here for the whole stream, I sent a message to someone about a Dreamcast. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm ordering I want to order this Dreamcast, but I'm a little bit scared because in the UK the Dreamcast, from what I recall, was 50 hertz, and you couldn't get 60 hertz on the UK machines, right? So the one I'm buying, it's a UK model. I just want to make sure that if it's got GD-EMU in there, can I play stuff at 60 hertz? Because I don't want stuff running at 50 hertz, because from what I recall, some of the UK ones, even if you ran like an American game on there, a Japanese game in there, and you ran it through whatever, SCAR or VGA or whatever, it ran at 50 hertz. So got a message here off the guy. Give me a sec, I'm just going to read that. Okay, all right. I'll have to kind of look more into that, man. So yeah, I want to kind of pick up this Dreamcast. Oh, so okay, Michael O'Hara. Please excuse my ignorance, and I do apologize in advance. But so if it's a UK one, so it's HDMI modded, he says. So I don't know if I can output it to a I don't know. It says yeah, so it says HDMI looks crisp in 480p. But I wouldn't mind having a digital one. I spent ages trying to sell my box Dreamcast. Even CEX wouldn't offer me more than 20 quid because they are still so common but not in demand. Yeah, it's crazy. I just want to get one. I like the Dreamcast. To be honest, the reason I want to get it, I want to connect it to the Morph4K. I want to upscale it and play it. But I'm going to send this guy a message because it sounds like this one's only HDMI, but I don't only want HDMI. I want it to be able to output to an analog display as well. So, and the other thing I wanted to ask as well, so okay, that's cool. So the UK one with GD-EMU can output at 60 hertz. That's what I want. I don't want to get a machine and I'm playing CVS2 or I'm playing like Soul Calibur and it's running at 50 hertz. That would be super annoying. Absolutely super annoying. Right, let's go over to another game on here. Is it I think it must be under T, the Ninja Kids. Here we go. The Ninja Kids. This is a fantastic game. Why not just get one from Japan? Takumi, I don't really know. Do you know what it is with Japan? So when I had my game shop, I had someone traded in a Japanese Dreamcast, and I plugged it in, and it all of a sudden went poof, and it went up in smoke. So I want to get something that I can stick into a UK plug, and it works. Buy the power supply upgrade and a fan as well. Okay. I mean, this one here, this listing looks all right on eBay. It kind of looks all right. It's like 167. And I want to try and offer the guy 150 for it because it does say make an offer. And I'm thinking of hopefully just grabbing that. It's got GDMU on there. Comes with like a 128 gig SD card. And a 4 gig SD card with like a set up for Thomasware. But I just want to make sure, but it says it's HDMI. But is it just HDMI or is it going to be, I just check the console will run games at 60 hertz. If the ROM from the region it supports it, didn't know so many switch ROM. Okay, cool. Region 3 can use any ROM. GDMU only works in UK. He says his GD-EMU only works on a UK Dreamcast, which sounds weird. The fighting games run perfectly. This setup is no load times. Original controller, just change the front plate. No VMU, just HDMI adapter. So, guys, where he says a HDMI adapter, does that mean that, like, obviously it's still got the ports on there? I mean, I'll ask him for it. I can get the leads myself. That's not an issue. Because I'll probably buy like a component lead for it to get a really nice signal out. And then upscale that rather than using the HDMI one. As long as it's got the capability to do, I'm not so fussed about not getting that cable and only getting a HDMI one with it. But I'm gonna chat a little bit after. Maybe I can send that message if I get you guys something entertaining to watch while I kind of do that. But Yeah, let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look at my the list again. But yeah, Title F2's got a whole bunch of good games on there. In fact, what I could do is we can just have a look at. Oh, actually, you know what Wicker Wacker did as well, which was really cool. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to bring up System 16 because I really do like this site. And it just wants to make sure that I'm human. Fair enough. Sometimes I question myself as to whether I'm human. Right, okay, let's look over here. All these adverts on the site. Cool. Got survive. Look, it's got a whole bunch of games on there. This baseball game, Dino Rex, Final Blow, Growl. That's a really, really good brawler where you get animals to help you. Gun Frontier. And then we've got Liquid Kids, a banger of a game, absolutely fantastic. Mahjong Quest, no one cares for Mahjong Quest, or maybe someone does, definitely not me. This one over here, Majestic 12, Space Invaders, that's like a newer Space Invaders game. Mega Blast, crazy game. Quiz, Chicky Boy Gun, and then let's go to page 2. So we've got other games on here. So we've got Quiz Crayon, these puzzle games there. Quiz HQ, interesting Japanese quiz game based on Chase HQ. All of these have support for them. Other games down here, you can see Solitary Fighter, the Ninja Kids that we are having a look at now. Well, we're underneath that anyway. And there you go, some games there. So let me get out of this quickly. So what's really interesting is Wicker Wacker, not only, so what was cool about this was he actually got different games working on it, which I didn't. So he got games that aren't exactly Title F2, but the hardware similar with different hardware. So Don Doka Don, right? Let me have a look at Don Doka Don arcade hardware, because this is the wizard that Wicker Wacker is. Sorry, you can probably hear my keyboard. I've got the clicky Commodore 64 8-bit dull one. So what's really, really cool as well here now, so you've got this game here, Don Doka Don, right? And Don Doka Don actually works on the Title F2 core. So we had a look at the games there. Those were Title F2. But guess what? Wicker Wacker, the darn genius, has just gone out and got the Title F1 games working on there. We've got Camel Try, or do I like Camel Toe? If you know, you know. No, it's not Camel Toe, it's Camel Try, right? Then Dead Connection, like a gallery shooter, walk around brawler thing. Don Doka Don, the game that we loaded up. Then we've got Drift Out or Drive Out. I prefer Drift Out. Euro Champ 92, Hat Trick Hero, Metal Black, Pulley Ruler, absolutely amazing brawler. Really, really cool stuff. Thunder Fox, amazing stuff there. Okay, so we also got the Title F1 working on here. So that is just freaking amazing from Wicker Wacker, man. Let's load Pulley Ruler, because Pulley Ruler just looks really, really good. Right. Where was it? Here we go. Pulley Ruler. Pulley Ruler. Sounds like someone that can't speak English properly telling you to pull their ruler. Pulley Ruler. Pulley Ruler. Proper dad joke, right? I know. So this is Pulley Ruler. So what's really cool is what Wicker Wacker did. He got Title F1 games working on Title F2. What about GD? It only works in UK models is cap. It only works on VA1 models, and VA1 models got released around the globe. Yeah, not sure about it. Adam, I'm going to send you a screenshot of the chat I'm having with this guy. Let me show you, because I think I sent you the questions I asked him. I'm going to send you, just check your WhatsApp, buddy. I'm going to send you a message on that. Oh, wicked. I just opened my WhatsApp and you're actually the last person I was talking to on there. Amataka, look, that's the responses I've got. I will respond to him after. Here we go. Kimberly sent me a thing. Yep, that's exactly the one I had in mind, the Retro Gaming cables. How much is it? I just bought one for the bloody PS2, man. I know they're not the cheapest, but they are very, very good. I mean, it made a big difference on the quality I got from the PlayStation 2. Let's have a look. Best power supply. Oh, okay. So you know what? It's like spending money there, then I've got to spend more money again. What's the price? What is the price of this? We're closed for Christmas holidays. Orders play. Okay, so they're currently on holiday. But how much is it? Oh, wow. Dreamcast RGB 480p SCART cable powered by Retro Tank. Guys, that's £50 for a cable, man. That's insane. Wow, that's a lot of money to pay for a cable. I mean, I'm sure it's good quality. Wow, if I want the component, it's £55. It's kind of putting me off buying a Dreamcast. I'm a cheapskate. That's like, wow, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get myself a cheap Dreamcast. But man, that is a lot of money to pay for a cable, man. Yeah, I know, Takumi. Yeah, no, I know. Your name over on Discord is Kimberly. So yeah, thank you for that, man. But bloody hell, that is expensive for a cable. I mean, like I bought the PS2 SCART one, and that was like, I think that was like £25 delivered with a coupon code. Otherwise, it would have been like £30 or something. That was fair enough. But even then, I was like, wow, man, that's expensive for a cable. But that component cable is like £55, man. That's crazy, crazy, insane. Anime, oh, by the way, I said, get the official VGA cable. Maybe that's the route to go, man. I'm telling you, if it's like official VGA cable, £10, a Retro Tink and Retro Cables UK component cable, £55. No way! Even though if I had the dough, I would probably get it, right? So let's check it. So guys, if you want to get me the dough, then become a channel member or drop me a super like for this unmonetized, non-monetized stream. Right, let's have a look. We've spent a long time on Title F1 and F2, and for good reason, because it's a bloody brilliant system. Wicker Wacker is a wizard. Wicker Wacker wizard. 3DO MiSTer that we had a look at. Sharp X1 MiSTer. Okay, what the hell? Where's Sharp X1 MiSTer? Okay, let me just have a look at this. What's the Sharp X1? Okay, so there's other changes on here. We won't look at them. I've only got links to the MiSTerFPGA, and I was going to say Discord forum. But Sharp X1 like got an update via update tool. Not really familiar with that system. Right, okay, that's that one there. So where are we now? We're at 142. So we need to go to 143. Let's go. Okay, let's see what we got here. What do we have? Cracker GBA. Oh, okay. This was quite an interesting thing. So let me bring this up. So Zeng Yingli. So this is the QM Tech MiSTer, but a handheld version. So what's really cool is I know What's Ken made one. I wonder if that's their design they're kind of checking out. So that was really, really good. So that was a nice thing to see. Shout out to What's Ken Making. All the best to you, buddy, for 2026. I appreciate all your help during 2025, but absolutely amazing. Good stuff here. And yeah, seeing a handheld MiSTer, man, and that's what the guy made. PCFX is an unstable cause now. Oh yeah, I've got PCFX, I think, in the unstable ones. I did update the unstables. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I've got unstable folders, and hopefully it has got PCFX here. If it does pull them, it's selective. No, I haven't. I've got PC88, right, but not PCFX. But I know PCFX. There are cores of that available. So let's have a look. So handheld MiSTer, arcade game save states, Sega Saturn. So just reading all this Gunhead MiSTer challenge. Oh, this is really, really cool. Let's have a quick look at this. So guys, the MiSTerFPGA Discord server, they do like these game challenges, and I entered this one. I didn't win it, but yeah, the Gunhead game challenge, where you try to get the highest possible score, and they're always running these challenges, and it's a good way of kind of motivating yourself to play a game and keep playing it to get better. So big shout out to Mr. Walrus for hosting these challenges. And obviously that's 2025 and other years and whatnot. Ooh, what episode were we checking out there? Ooh, I completely forgot because I closed that window. Actually, no, sorry, let me check history. What I just closed. Oh, episode 143, good stuff. So it's 144 that we're doing next. That's cool. Okay, 144, what we got here? Okay, more Rolling Thunder. X68000, we've had a quick look at that. As well as that Philips CDI we've had a look at. So a lot of this stuff repeats with updates and when it comes out. Frontier 4. Okay, so there's not really much for us to show off that we haven't already seen in episode 144. So let's go to 145. And let's see what we got here in the stamps. The tramp stamps. I don't have one, just for the record. Never wanted one either. Again, Atari Jaguar, we've had a look at Naughty Boy. That's probably when it went to update all, actually. Right, Mr. Okay. Right, okay. Again, not much there that we haven't seen. Right, okay, so 146 next. Let's have a look at 146, what we got here. Oh, okay, so Sky Kid, Sky Kid Deluxe. I remember that having issues. Hopefully that's been resolved now. I remember the sky being the wrong color. It's supposed to be blue and it was like black. So Sky Kid Deluxe. So this is a game. It's not a game for me at all. It's a fun game. It's got good physics in there and everything. But it isn't a game for me. But I know a lot of people really, really like this game. Like they really think the world of it. I think this is still broken. I think this is still something potentially Hatego needs. No, it's not. It's not. My bad. I remember at one point when it first came out, like the background layer is that blue or whatever color it is, the sky, it was like dark. So that's been resolved. Actually, this is quite a fun game where you have to pick up the bomb and land it. So this is one of the games that we got this year. Again, appreciate all this stuff from a preservation standpoint. Absolutely, absolutely amazing getting all this stuff right, getting all these games. Absolutely amazing. Yo, Rerez, how you doing there, man? Pulley Ruler, an absolute amazing game. Absolutely right. Sorry, I'm dropping in and out of chat because I'm kind of looking at a different browser page. I can see some of the chat, but yeah, look in there. Okay, get the official VGA cable. They are cheap on the second-hand market. No worries, man. To check that I have a regular VGA cable too. Haha. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. So Sky Kid Deluxe was one. So okay, new Amiga Vision. We've kind of had a look at Amiga Vision. Oh, there was a live stream with the Hoffman. That was a lot of fun. Taito F2 we've had a look at. Then there was her Tego interview that I did last year. Wow, yeah, 2025. That was good. GBA Borders. That was really, really cool. So GBA Borders from Donato Designs. That was pretty cool. Right. Okay. Yeah, we can move on to the next one. So where are we going now? 147. 147. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, what we got for 147? Oh, all right. So we got this game here. Let's have a look. Oh no, why not reboot? I could have just gone. Never mind. Is it down here? Ooh, okay. So this is a weird game, man. Weird game. Like almost like an artistically weird game. So this game here is Wonder Momo. Again, not exactly my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, but I always appreciate the preservation effort. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. There's a lot of games I don't like, but that I never would want to play, and this is probably one of them. I mean, it's interesting. I like the premise of the game, but yeah, it's not a big one for me. It's out for the PC Engine as well. It's called Wonder Momo, by the way, guys. Like, it was kind of all right, but it's you know what? It's difficult. It's a difficult game, and I didn't have the patience to go through and try and kind of learn it. But yeah, Wonder Momo was one of these releases for the year. Then what else did we get? Okay, we also got Hopping Mappy. Let me, you know what? Let me just bring that up on screen here so we can have a look at that. Hopping Mappy. So there you go, guys. That's Hopping Mappy on there. I know Mappy was a 2D side-scrolling platformy type of game that a lot of people liked, but hey, this is its hopping counterpart. So hopping around town to the underground. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got. Because you're probably thinking, this guy, he's bloody hopping mad. Right, okay, so as well as that, okay, the Fairyland story got a public release. If anyone's unaware what the Fairyland story is, it's kind of interesting. The Fairyland story, it's like an early single screen platformer from Taito. So before the days of stuff like Bubble Bobble, you had the Fairyland story. Now the Fairyland story, it's okay. It's not a bad game. It's an alright game. I like it, but I prefer Bubble Bobble. I prefer Snow Brothers. I prefer A Nightmare Before Dark. There's a whole bunch of different games that I like, but hey, this is interesting. Maybe not recommended if you have diabetes because there's a lot of cake eating in here. Right, okay, so that was that one. Let's get rid of that quickly, and there we go. We're back at Wonder Momo. Right, what else have we got here? Oh, so okay, so Growl, Gun Frontier, and Solitary Fighter. So the title F2 course, just a record of them getting added. So let's have a quick look at at Growl, because Growl's really, really cool. Look, you kind of start it Indiana Jones style. Those bad guys come in, they literally just blow everything up. You get up, there's rocket launchers there. You know, there's a woman there dressed like she's ready to go out clubbing, but instead she's going out bombing. But yeah, great games from Wicca Wacka. Definitely check out Growl. It's a very, very interesting brawler. Feels a little bit different, but very, very interesting. All right, okay, back to Wonder Momo. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's have a look. Okay, this one, Wicca Wacka. Oh, this was interesting for that, yeah. Let's have a look at this video on here. It's this. Oh, okay, cool. Right, okay. So let me bring up this screen. So this was Retro Arch on the MiSTerFPGA. I did a live stream having a look at that. I think, so here you go. So there you got Retro Arch on there. Now, I was given this from a friend of mine, a developer friend of mine, but I'm not allowed to share it. So, you know, it is out there. You can build it. You can do what you want with it. For the whole part, look, you can see the frames per second down here. 60 frames. For the most part, a lot of the games do run at 60, but some of the most, like for example, Third Strike over here, I'm pretty sure when I start the game, it drops below 60. So that was quite interesting to look at, like Retro Arch running on the ARM side. So it doesn't use the FPGA, it uses the ARM side of the FPGA. And let's see, I want to get to the game. So can we see the FPS there? Oh, okay, the FPS is gone. Oh no, maybe no, it's down there. Oh, you go. You can see it there certain times. That stage is the color set. It dropped down to like 56 FPS there. Honestly, like my recommendation for Retro Arch would be just play it on anything else. Yeah, I understand you may want it on the MiSTer in order to output to a CRT, and I get that. That's a valid point. But you know what's really, really cool is yeah, we've got different devices to play this on. I mean, I prefer playing it on my PC, whatever. I've got it on a hacked Nintendo Switch. I've got it on like lots of different devices. So I don't necessarily need it on my MiSTer. But it was interesting experimenting with it. I may do a live stream again some point in the future, having a look at it, because it's cursed, but it is kind of fun checking it out. So yeah, that was Retro Arch for the MiSTerFPGA. Yeah, kind of interesting. So where were we? Okay. All right, so let's see what else is there. Sorry, let me go back to the timestamps. So what episode are we? Oh, we're on 147 now, so we're going to go 148 next. Retro Arch. Okay, not really much else there, so let's go over to 148 now. Sorry guys, these are the episode numbers that we're going to of the weekly news video. I'm looking at the timestamps there, which gives us a good overview of everything that happened MiSTerFPGA in the last year, because as you know, I do a comprehensive video covering everything FPGA gaming, you know, whether it's MiSTer, whether it's Analog Pocket or anything else. So it's a good way for at least me to kind of get back and have a look at exactly what happened in the last in the last year, right, in 2025. So interesting stuff there. Let's let me go over here. Okay, so now what we're doing over here, let's see what we got here in episode 148. Oh wow, okay, that's pretty crazy. I didn't actually realize I haven't got timestamps in episode 148. Or maybe that was one of the ones where I proper had to rush it and I had no time. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so I found an episode where I haven't got timestamps, so maybe I deleted them by accident or something. Let's see if there's anything that jumps out. So I've got like, let me bring the episode up. Hopefully we won't get an advert on here. But we've got, okay, so we've got Laser Ghost from Hatego. Maybe that was released back then. Where's Wally? I think that was released very towards the end of the year. So Where's Wally? Where's Waldo? Let's see. Okay, probably a Sega Saturn update. Always like looking at Daytona. What else have we got here? Okay, again, more stuff from Wicca Wacka, the Growl stuff. What else have we got? Okay, some Mr. Pie stuff when that was going out. Solid product, by the way. Oop, advert time. Let's move over to the next episode. So we're not going to go over to 149. because we are on 148. So let's go 149. Okay, so I found one without timestamps. That's kind of interesting. 149, here we are. And right, okay, let's see what else is in the timestamps. Might have to start really moving at a quicker pace, man. I mean, I'm enjoying doing this stream, but may have to. Okay, Return of Ishtihar. Return of Ishtihar. What's that game there, man? I think that's one of Hatego's games again. So Hatego's put out a lot this year, man. Put out a lot this year. I mean, he's developed a lot of cores this year, you dirty people. Return. Oh wait, where is it? Has it got a different name? No. Okay, maybe it's got a different name. Let's have a look. Right, Genpei Toma. What's Genpei Toma? Hopefully it's there. Genpei. Oh, here we go. Genpei Tunadin. So in that episode, I've got Return of Ishtihar, which I think might be like a side-scrolling, action-y type of game. And then we got this game here, Genpei Toma Den for the MiSTer. Don't really know about this game. Don't know much about it. In fact, I've completely forgotten what this game was. So, okay, that's that side scroller where, oh, it's a weird one, man. It's weird. I think you change like different sizes. You can see how sluggish the movement is and everything. It's not exactly, it's not my cup of tea. I remember playing it. It wasn't really something I played. But you know, with a lot of these games, it's to do with the nostalgia you had as a kid. You know, if this was a game in your local arcade and that's all you played, then you're gonna have the nostalgia for it, aren't you? You know, you're gonna have that. Me, unfortunately, no, definitely not for this game. So, what else have we got? Neo Geo Pocket fixes. So, this is almost, you know, I don't want to. I can't even. Do you know what? See with this core, yeah. I prefer it on the Analog Pocket than to the MiSTer because the Neo Geo Pocket and the Neo Geo Pocket Color are cores like that. But honestly, I can't even remember where it is. Like until JT and his team go, yep, you know what? It's working. It's perfect. It's great. Cool. I'm really not that interested in checking it out. I know Hatego's like an arcade veteran, and that he certainly is. But for the Neo Geo Pocket, it's just not. I mean, I remember, so there's the Neo Geo Pocket and the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Let's see, I can't even remember how to work this. It is very, very temperamental. Now, it's got a very, very weird refresh rate. So where I'm running it through the upscaler now, and it's going through the upscaler, and then it's going in there. I'm not going to play around with the settings. I'm just going to leave it absolutely normal. But this is a core that I'm kind of waiting for. I'm waiting for this core to, oh, okay, wow. Let me try and do this by memory. So if we go here, menu, and I think it's one right, one up. Is that reboot? Nope. I'm going to give it a hard power down, man. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, that was... Yeah, so the JT Neo Geo core, guys, or sorry, not the Neo Geo, the Neo Geo Pocket core. Like, it's a good core. I definitely had fun with it, but I remember there was some annoyance with it in the way that you launch stuff on it, right? It was like you had to do it through MRAs. Like Hatego built it instead of like a console core where you load your ROMs. You had to load an MRA file. Then you had to go a certain way to do it, and it was cool when I tried it out and I knew what I was doing. But when I haven't played it for a while, I honestly can't remember how that works, man. Happy New Year, guys. Hope everyone's having a great time. But yeah, that was that. Oh, what's a really good game? A game that I do like on here. Let it just pick up my controller, which it should do at any point. Now, here we go. So let's go into arcade. So this game here is a banger, man. Really like this game. It's one of those games where I don't know if everyone will like it that plays it now, but I had a lot of nostalgia for this. I used to play this around my uncle's house on his Atari ST, and I absolutely loved it. I just thought it was such a great game, and it's Metro Cross. Let me have a look at some of the chat and everything there. See what is going on, how everyone is getting on. Here, let me just put a couple of these in here, make sure it's working. Yeah, so yeah, Metro Cross, absolutely brilliant game, guys. Really, really good soundtrack for this. I was kind of waiting for this as one of the Namco games that Hatego and his team were working on, because I really do like this game, and it's the type of game that when you get good at it, it feels real fun, right? It's a lot of fun just to play. The way you go on the ramps, you somersault, spinny jump all the way through the level. You jump on like different Coke cans and whatnot. Absolutely amazing. So guys, if you are enjoying this stream, then please press that like button. Do it for Karen, who is fighting a Terminator to win your love, to win your hearts. So in this game here, you can see that you're jumping over, like rotating. It looks like cans of Coke, and then those cans of Pepsi there that you jump on. If you jump on top of them, you get like a time extension or a bonus. Like, it's really, really cool. It's one of those games. I've done a dedicated video on it, and a friend of mine that I grew up with, Paul, there was an arcade on Holloway Road called 308 Games. And on that one, they sold him the arcade machine for £50. So he brought it up to his bedroom thinking when his friends came around, he'd make money, his £50 back on it. I think I put 10p in it once, and after that, he let me play it for free. The other thing was, it was a really bad idea from him because his mum done night shift, so no one was ever allowed around his house. So he was down £49.90. So Takumi, I think it's something that they do want to finalize and finish on, but I also do know that it's a core that's given Hatego personally a lot of issues because yo, my boy Harmonaz is in the house. How you doing there, bro? Okay, I'm gonna get back to you in just a second, Harmonaz. But Takumi, I know it's a core that he is that has definitely troubled them. So there's a couple of cores that gave them a lot of trouble. Outrun was one of those, especially on the Pocket. They've got that resolved. The Neo Geo Pocket and the Pocket Color core are something that's definitely given them issues. If you remember, they were developing it, then they went back and they cancelled, not cancelled, but they started development all over again, right? They absolutely started development all over again, and then they made really good progress. But they've not. It's not something I'd consider like a very, very good user experience, because a good user experience would be you load up the core, your list of games comes up on the Analog Pocket and the MiSTer, you pick it and you play it, right? That's the way that we want to see it, right? But again, it's just, I mean, to be honest, I honestly can't be bothered looking at that core at the moment until something major happens with it. That's why I've not done a stream or anything with it, because I've just forgotten. Now, you know, all respect to Hatego, you guys know I'm a big fan of the guy. I'm friends with the guy and I'm also a fanboy, right? Hatego is the reason I got into FPGA gaming. But, you know, when it comes to, he's the master of doing arcade stuff. So that console really, really took it out of him. It's got weird frequencies. It's got like some weird stuff in there. But hopefully, I'm really hoping him and his team overcome it. Right, guys, that guy in chat, Harmonaz, is a real life friend of mine, right? We can go into some crazy stories, right? But this guy here is the best Akuma player outside of Japan, in my opinion, when it comes to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Absolutely amazing guy. I mean, this guy used to live down the road from me, and we used to hang out a lot, especially before we were married. We just used to hang out. You know, me, him, Mary Jane, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. We used to go to tournaments together. We used to take turns online together. And he only lived down the road, like a 10-minute walk from me, man. And now, like, the guys moved further down. Like, it's a 2-hour bloody drive, Naz, to get down to you. It is absolutely bananas. I still miss the guy. And I hate driving. Harmonaz, I drove near your house the other day. I was dropping the family to Gatwick, to the airport. And it was a long drive, man, and I hated it. And I was like, man, I love my buddy Naz, but I hate this drive so much to even get up to him, man. But yeah, buddy, whenever you're ready, come down, man. Maybe when the weather's nice or whatever. Let me treat you to Free Play City, a nice kebab. Let's hang out. But yeah, me and Harmonaz, we went to the arcade a lot together, man. We lived together. You know, good times, man. One of my arcade buddies. Harmonaz, I do hope you stick around and always come and chat in chat. I know you always say you put my streams on, and I always tell you, come and say something so we can talk. And now we are doing that. Absolutely wicked. You guys imagine having this stream going non-stop all the time. Oh man, imagine that. Just imagine the days. Right, let me go back and have a look. So we had a look at Metro Cross. So now what I'm doing, we're doing a roundup of everything MiSTerFPGA in the last year. So where are we? Okay, Mr. Fusion. All right. Okay, sorry guys, I'm kind of lost track of where I was. Oh, Metro Cross, there you go. Okay, so we've got more info here as well on a lot of Taito F2 stuff. So what happened with the Taito F2? A few games started working, then more games started working, then Wicker Whacker started working on the whole core and doing it. Wicker Whacker's a really cool guy. I was like, he messaged me after one of my streams saying, wow, I didn't know the core had that many games on it. He worked on a few, and then there was a whole bunch of MRAs, and he goes, I didn't know that game and that game worked. And I was like, look, man, you released it as obviously a work in progress, and I just done like I just done the stream with it, right? Okay, so we've got the Mr. Pi front end GUI. Let's have a look. Is that the one that I'm thinking of? I just want to have a look to see if that tweet's there. No, it's not quite there. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. MSX Core Help wanted. What else we got? So Miss Fusion. Let's have a look at this. Okay. No, that's something else there. Right. Okay. Let's move over to the next one. Yeah, I think next one we're moving up to. And wow, we're only on May, man. Wow, this is good. This might end up being a really long stream, guys. So what number were we on? 149. All right. Let's load up 150 and see what the timestamps there are saying. Let's have a look. So, oh wow, yeah, the game guys, nothing to do with FPGA gaming, but that was a cool product. They're releasing a light gun that supports a few games that works on modern displays, right? So Metro Cross, oh, what's this? Oh, Tatuna Cam. Let's have a quick look at that. I don't know if that's out yet. Tat. No, it's not. It's not. Okay. I just want to get another game on actually, so let me put on the King of Dragons, unrelated to something that got 2025, but I just want to change the scenery up a bit until we actually do load of games. So, oh, Star Force actually should have just looked one more down. So this is really interesting. So this was really cool. Where are we? Where's Star Force? So absolutely amazing here. So this is Star Force. Oh guys, I can't rotate it because I'm going through direct video. So apologies. You're going to have a look at that aspect ratio. Yeah, I can't. I think even, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. You're going to have to look at a completely wrong aspect ratio and they can, oh, maybe I can change the aspect ratio. No, maybe wide actually looks better there. Right, so guys, this is Star Force. Yep. You're seeing correctly, it is sideways at the moment, but because I'm going through direct video is pretty much like doing analog out, right? You can't rotate it. It's not like the HDMI that gives you those extra options, right? So this game's really cool. Not something I played in the arcade growing up, but a lot of you guys said this was your go-to game. It's a big game that you guys, I hope you guys, a lot of guys said they really liked this game. I think SNK Kev, even who's in the stream or may still be watching, said this was one of his go-to games. But I never really played this game, but I did kind of enjoy it. It was interesting, and the bosses are different letters of the alphabet. So you start with A, the second boss is B. But what's really cool about this was a new developer to the MiSTer, someone that likes playing around with FPGA gaming stuff. And what they essentially did was, this was like their first call for the MiSTer. It's actually been ported to the Analog Pocket as well by Obsidian.dev, but it was like their first attempt. And this isn't available via update at all. And I spoke to them and I sent them a message and I spoke to like the guys over from the MiSTer development team and I said, look, can we get this to update all? And I sent them, but I don't think the developer made contact with them. It would be good to get this on update all. Do let me know if it's available on update all, because obviously I added it manually, so I wouldn't really know. But it's a fun little game, and it's nice to see new developers coming over and bringing stuff over to devices that we so like the MiSTer. So this was really good. I was really excited about this. You got the developer, their name's like Madoka or something. They're a Japanese developer. Then you've got P-Gate 1 that develops for different FPGA devices and everything. So that was really cool to see that, right? So Star Force over there. What are we? Ooh, guys, what episode were we on? Because I left it. Oh, actually, no, I can't. Bear with me a second. I left it playing and it kind of ended the episode. Oh, we were on 150, right? Oh, cool. So we need to go on 151 after that, right? Just got to make sure I pause these videos, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Right. Sorry, guys. There's stuff that I'm doing that you can't see. I just want to make sure that I don't mess it up too much. Okay, so Star Force. So Super Cassette Vision for the MiSTerFPGA. What's this about? Let's have a tweet here. Oh, okay, so look, there's stuff like this, stuff that I haven't really checked out, right? So Super Cassette Vision, the Epoch Super Cassette Vision core just released for the MiSTerFPGA. Thanks, Reverend Gruntbury, for your work on this core. Run the updater to get it now. For folks that are new to the system, GameSpot covered it recently in a couple of episodes. So Super Cassette Vision, this is something I should check out just for curiosity reasons, right? Don't really know much about it, but again, something massive, something big for the preservation effort. Everything has its fans. Yes, that's why we have a CDI core. Cool. Right. Right. Okay. So that was Super Cassette Vision, Superstation 1. Just trying to see if there's anything here. By the way, guys, MiSTer has been around for 8+ years now, so that's pretty cool. Right, what have we got? Okay, a little bit of trivia here. Let's have a look. This is, oh, okay, no, I can't. Okay, this won't be worth it. Right, so let's move over to the next one. We are going over to episode 151 now. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got. And always best if I just pause that so the video doesn't run out. And let's have a look. Okay, so laser goes, outrun. Okay, outrun improvements. Toki. Okay, what's this Toki? Was Toki last year or was it before? I'm pretty sure Toki was before. Okay, so Toki was 2024, but there was like a little bit of an update from the developer regarding the future project. So a massive shout out to FPGA Retro Gaming for the amazing work that they do. Really looking forward to the next projects. PC Engine updates. Let's have a quick browse of the PC Engine core. Let's quickly do that. I hope FPGA units don't need RAM. Yeah, RAM prices are crazy at the moment, Naz. But yeah, hopefully CPS3 is being worked on, buddy. So hopefully we can do that soon. When that comes out, I probably will take a drive up to you, or tell you to come take a drive down to me, and we'll take it and run it in like Free Play City over there. So TurboGrafx. Actually, what am I doing? I should just go to the unstable folder just to get the latest and the greatest. Right, TurboGrafx 16 unstable core. Let's run one game because this received a few updates during the year, so it's worth giving it a mention. It is really, really cool. Let's go to, oops, my bad. Oh, here we go, CD, okay. Okay, brilliant game, brilliant system. So again, excellent demo. Glad we can run with this for a bit while we look at other stuff on video. So yeah, PC Engine received a number of updates. It's received some unstable updates, so fantastic. Again, lots and lots of stuff with the STV and the Sega, the Philips CDI hitting update tool. So by the way, guys, the latest version, the one that plays VCDs, isn't on update tool yet. That's an unstable core. So if you want to get that, grab that from the MiSTer FPGA Discord server. Okay, this was really cool. Let's have a quick look at this. So for the X68000, they made this here, the Neon 68K automatic update script. So you can get this front end, this package that gives you all the games. It puts them into really nice categories, but you can also just run and update a script that will update it. So that was really, really good. Props to some of the contributors, the Jesus Fish and Dave Wongilius, that worked really hard on this. So the X68000 that we had a look at earlier, there's a Neon 68K pack out, which is like almost like Amiga Vision. You don't have the front end, but you have everything categorized really, really nicely. And these guys made the script to update everything there. So a lot of stuff with MiSTer is definitely like really, really good use cases for making our lives easier. And massive props to Dave Wongilius and the Jesus Fish. They always do stuff to make our life easier. So really, really do appreciate those guys, man. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, I think we are ready to go. Oh, you know what? Let's have a look at some of. Oh, no, okay, that's not there. All right, cool. So what are we on now? Right, we're on 152 now. Let's go over to 152, and let's have a look. What do we have? What do we have in the timestamps here? Let's see. Okay, so Desert Breaker. Let's have a look for the MiSTer Any Analog Pocket. Okay, let's bring that up over here. So here you go, Desert Breaker. I think this is on the Sega System 18. It's like, well, I don't know what to call this genre, man. I just call it like Akari Warriors Guerrilla War Outzone. And as you can see, man, I got my shotgun. It looks like I'm firing out lots of ninja stars. Not a bad game. I never played it in the arcade, so I don't have the love for it that I do for Guerrilla War or something like Caliber 50 or Outzone. But it is a decent game. It's a fun game. And yeah, this is something that got released as well in 2025. Okay, another one here, Run and Gun, guys. So this got released. This is something that gave Hervieux and his team quite a bit of trouble. But what's really cool about this is the stuff that we'll learn, or the stuff that Hervieux and his team will learn from this, will directly benefit CPS3 development. So Run and Gun is an important game. We've got it closer to the end of the year, so I might be looking at it when Hervieux was just talking about developing it and giving us updates. But nonetheless, we've got the game. Not really my cup of tea. I tried it, but I always say basketball games begin and end for me with NBA Jam, and even then I don't like them so much. And having a look at this going into Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Oh, Harmonize, if you're still watching, that's actually footage of you playing, by the way, guys. So sometimes when I need footage of good gameplay, I'll go into Fightcade and download one of your replays. So not that this is out this year, but development for this started late last year, so in December. So this is something that Hervieux and his team are actively working on. And by the way, guys, look how sick Harmonize is when he plays. And I said he's sick, and I actually put a game on where he loses, but don't worry, he'll make a comeback, right? So CPS3 is something that's that we are really, really looking forward to. So hopefully we will get it, and I hope we get it really. To be honest, I really can't wait for when we get this core. Really look at that sickness there from Naz. Absolutely amazing play. Yeah, amazing stuff there. Yeah, so hopefully what was learned from like Golfing Greats and Run and Gun will benefit CPS3 core development, and hopefully we'll get CPS3. So just to kind of point out, we're doing a roundup of 2025, but we've not had CPS3 in 2025. I've definitely covered it on the channel, as in updates in what Hervieux says. You know, a lot of the schematics are being reverse engineered. Some of them have been reverse engineered to a certain extent. Yeah, hopefully we will see CPS3, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to stretch this bit out because I really like it. Okay, so Harmonize usually wins these, man. Sorry, Harmonize. I ended up getting a footage of you losing there. My bad. Okay, let's have a look. What else have we got here apart from Naz losing? Let me have a look at chat a second, or let me just go over and swap it to that. Someone is there. Okay, he may have dropped out. Never mind. Hey guys, if you are enjoying the stream, pressing that like button really does help out the channel. Remember, this stream is not a monetized stream, so becoming a channel member or dropping a super like, not a requirement, but definitely is appreciated and helps out the channel. So right, let's now go and have a look at what is what. What else have we got this year? All right, okay, let's go. All right. Okay. Right, Sega System 18 updates, but Sega System 18 was 2024, I think, but that was a good, yeah, that's a good. Let me just run actually no, let's have a little look at this first. Okay, so more like Title F2 games coming out through the year. Thunder Fox was one of them. Updates to the Philips CDI core. There was an update to the Amiga core as well. So even though Amiga Vision may not get updated that frequently, what is under the hood, the Amiga core gets updated, so that's really good. Again, more PC Engine updates. This was kind of interesting. Let me bring this up when it loads. Okay, so this guy here, Jacob Pedersen, right? I spent all week working on this script for scanning your MiSTer over the network via FTP and creating .bat files to function as emulators and ROMs in order to support launching games from outside applications such as the Launchbox. Let me know what you think. So that was kind of interesting. If you've got a big Launchbox set up, like I bought Launchbox Big Box, like I bought it quite a while ago. I've got the lifetime membership, and I ended up like configuring some PCs and messing around with it. So it was kind of fun, but it looks like someone's getting that kind of stuff working within your MiSTer. Interesting stuff. What else have we got? Right, okay, what we got here. Sorry, just bringing some stuff up here. Let's have a look. Just want to look at some of... Okay, so just here, I want to give a shout out to the Zapparoo project and everyone that contributes here. So obviously, Zapparoo's been big. I've probably bought out something completely wrong, but you can do NFC cards and everything, and we're using that and launch stuff. You can even launch movies on there now, and that's randomly out of everything that I brought out. We've done it, but yeah, Zapparoo are really good for launching stuff via NFC tokens. Paired with a MiSTer, it's really good. I've seen some really good stuff that people have shown off. They're really good setups. They've got arcade machines with like little NFC readers on there, and it just looks really good. It looks absolutely superb when they're launching that stuff and having a look at it. Right, I think that's it for that episode. we're on 153 now. So let's go to 153, which is this one over here. What do we have? Okay, let's see what we got. Hopefully something biggish. That's what she said. Right, okay. Never gets boring, that. So, lightning fighters, that was interesting. You know what we can do? We can bring that up here. Okay, so this was lightning fighters, guys. This was a tough one, man. This was, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we know these shmups are tough, but this is one of Hatego's one. Can't remember what system it's on now, actually. But yeah, it was one of the ones that got released last year. It was a toughie, guys. It was a toughie. What else? What else? What else? Going down the timestamps now again. Other fixes. Update from Tokyo developer. Okay. All right. Unstable. MiSTer. Okay. So not a massive one for that. Okay. We can move on to the next one now. So let's do that now. Okay. Which we're doing 154. Right, today's episode was 180, so let's see where we kind of get down to that. Okay, that's some interesting stuff here, actually, just with what's shown up in the video part. Okay, so let's go to the beginning. Hopefully we won't get an ad. So that's really, really cool. So this is the game Ajax. I made an intro related to that game, so that was kind of fun. So that was Ajax, a beta from Hatego. I can't remember if it's public now or not, but that's something that got released in 2025. And that is a vertical shmup. And here you go. We can see it in action here again. And I'm going to say it again, man, some of these vertical shmups are hard. And this one, again, was no exception. I remember because when I try and do videos on this, I try and play stuff on easy so I can try and capture as much footage as I can in the least amount of time. But some of these games are brutal, man. Like it takes me a while just to get past the first level. And I'm like, wow, I've spent like an hour and a half trying to get past bloody level 1 when really I should have bloody completed the game by then. So I generally shoot my videos in easy. So there you go, Ajax. All right, let's see what else we've got. Okay. Yes, there's been some Neo Geo Pocket color updates throughout the year. What else have we got? Star Force again. Okay, so Atari 800 and the Atari 5200 received an update. I've got the MiSTer forum link here. Then we had this one here, this game here from the Coin Up collection, and this is Pretty Sailor Moon. And it's a brawler. It's an interesting brawler. It was difficult to get these running. If I remember correctly, you've got you can't just put the MAME zip in there. You have to do a conversion of the ROM. The footage that you're seeing there is actually used from MAME. I remember when this came out, I couldn't be actually bothered making the ROM, so I left it. But this game does look interesting, though. I should actually try out the FPGA core. I don't know if it's available via up there at all now, whether they've kind of changed how they distribute the ROM or get the ROM distributed, but you have to like go in and mess around with some GFX. It's not a straightforward process, but this was a release, and you know, being completely honest, I do appreciate releases like this. They're more like the niche arcade games that are out there, right? It's a brawler, it's niche, it kind of looks all right. But yeah, interesting to have a core. So cool that I don't think I've ever booted it up on my MiSTer and played it. I might not have it on the MiSTer. I'm not exactly sure. Should we check it? Actually, let's check it. Let's check. So let me go. Right, let's turn this down. Let's see if we got it. Is it Pretty Sailor Moon? What's it called? Let me look at my timestamp. Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. Let's see. I might have it on here. Let's give it a run. I can never get bored of that intro though, right? For a Castlevania, right? Is it here? I might have had it actually. I think. No. No. Okay. I wonder if it's going to be under S under Sailor Moon. No, I don't have it. That's a shame. Something that I wouldn't mind getting. Shadow Dancer. Even though this may have come out in 2024. It's one of my favorite games, so it's a game that I enjoyed in 2025. This isn't a 2025 release, by the way, guys. Or 2025, it was a public release, so it was in beta 2024. 2028, this is in fact, it was only recently that this got a public release. So a good game to play, a good game to check out. One of the best arcade games of all time. A large part of me growing up, I played this game a heck of a lot, guys. Absolutely love this game. Still think to this day it is one of the best arcade games I've ever played. Guys, I'm going to pause my mic a second and just take a last sip of that coconut water. Oh yeah, Takumi. So in regard to like Sailor Moon, it's actually something something from the Coin Op collection that they released. Yeah, they've released it, but some of the games they've released, they're a little bit. So for example, like with most games, you put in the RBF, you have a corresponding MRA file, and then you get the main ROM for that game, and you just put that in your game's main folder. Some of the releases that the Coin Op collection have done, you need to like, I don't know, you need to patch the ROM via Python, and it's a very, very long-winded process. I know on the Analog Pocket it's more streamlined, but on the MiSTer development, the Coin Op collection aren't part of the MiSTer development team. Their stuff is not allowed on there. So they've got a separate, so if you want their stuff to download automatically, you can turn on Coin Op collection option in Update Tool. So when you're on Update Tool, just move it up. I'm sure you know that, but for those that don't, move it up and you get the extra options. So you get the extra options and you go through those options and you select, you can select the Coin Op collection there. You can select stuff like Runny Snice wallpaper, Wizzo scripts. You can select a whole bunch of other stuff on there, but some of the games that need that extra kind of decoding or whatever the heck it is that you need to do it, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But don't get me wrong, you know, we're getting the game, so if you've got to go through a step, it's like most people aren't going to be able to do it. Most people don't do it. It's one of those things where you always get the questions like, what the heck happened, man? Guys, if you're enjoying the video, press that like button, do it for Karen. She just beat the Terminator for your affection. All right, okay. What's my boy Harmonaz saying? Harmonaz, I'm proper happy that you're here, man. I'm gonna tell the missus, I'm gonna go, man, Harmonaz dropped by, man. And I said, like, yeah, call his missus, get him to come around, man. Had to give the game away after that second round, otherwise he'd rage quit. Okay, so did you throw that one away, guy? Sorry, Naz, I'll literally do random ones and I'll put them into video, so I don't know the outcome as I'm just doing it in the, I'm running the video and talking over it when I do it. Shadow Dancer was super hard. Shadow Dancer was hard, but you know what? You could learn the patterns. You could learn it. Like, did I complete it? I think I completed it potentially on stream. Yeah, did I complete it or nearly completed it on stream? Like, it is doable. You just need to learn the patterns, the bounce. You need to use like all the stuff as you normally do to your advantage. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, look, with the Coin Ops, products, not people. If they release something, I'll cover it and I'll play it and everything on the channel, man. You know, I'm more about the final product that they release. And you know, they released Snow Brothers recently, so you know, I like that game. I did notice though that the sounds sounded faster than it was in the arcade. So yeah, they need to work on that. I'm sure they will. They'll get that sound. They'll get that sound kind of. They'll get the sounded sorted or whatever, right? Exactly what way to say it. But yeah, Snow Brothers is one of those games that I've enjoyed from them. Yeah, unfortunately they're not part of the MiSTer development. The MiSTer development, I can't remember what happened. Before I got there, they either left or they either got kicked out or something. But they're still available via update, or you just need to set that option there. Right, let me go back into what we're looking at. And let's see. Okay, so we're gonna look at Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. What else have we got here? Oh, this was kind of oh no, I didn't save a thing to that. Okay, so the MiSTer Multisystem showed off them playing cartridges, but I don't think I've got a link to it in the video. So, but they were showing cartridges. That's not out yet. That's something they're gonna release next year. I mean, I speak to Richard, their main engineer from Hervieux. So he's like, yeah, that's something they're going to release next year. So that'd be interesting, the MiSTer Multisystem to running carts. Only Game Boy carts to start off with, but let's see what else these guys get working. Right, so we are now going to 155. Let's go 155 and see what this brings us. Okay, this might be a good one. Right, let's have a look. Okay, Run and Gun we've had a look at. Power Drift, MiSTer and Analog Pocket. Okay, what game is that? Let me just bring it up here. Oh, okay. Okay, so this wasn't released. This is something that Hatego was teasing. So Hatego's saying this game had terrible ports to home computers. It was just too powerful with 3 M68000s. Would you like to see it on MiSTerFPGA? So hopefully this is something that's on Hatego's list. As far as I know, this is not out, because if it was out, I definitely would have known. But Outrun gave Hatego and his team some difficulty, and that was one of those sprite super scaling ones. This looks similar, so this definitely looks like it'll be something difficult to tackle, or at least on the analog pocket compared to the MiSTer. So interesting stuff there from Hatego and team. Right, let's have a look. But again, just to kind of point out that Power Drift is not a release for 2025, just something that Hatego showed off. Atari Jaguar, again, updates for that. The Nintendo 64 for the MiSTer, that was really, really cool. So if I run, I'm going to try and run Nintendo 64. I'll try and run it in there. That received some decent updates, man. That really made it accurate. So let's run a Nintendo 64 game quickly, and because I'm running it from an upscaler, I'm not sure. It's possible that the Nintendo 64 may not scale the best on the settings that I've currently got. We'll go in there anyway. That's what she said. See, it never gets boring, man. Actually, you know what? I just realized. Let me go to. That's the latest and unstable Nintendo 64 core. Am I blind? Now I must be blind. Okay. Let's go. N64, 1612. Right, let's run a game on this. Or even better, what we can do, guys, is the Nintendo 64 core got support for bloody videos, right? Oh, well, sorry, not exactly in that sense, but you can convert videos into ROMs and run them on your Nintendo 64. So we won't run a game. We will run. So big shout out to Upscaled, who actually converted one of our YouTube episodes over. Actually, no, let's run with that. So they converted one of my YouTube videos over to N64 ROM, and that's what we're watching now. I think I could have set it to widescreen, but I did. We're just going to run with it like that. But guys, this is amazing. Oh wow, I can hear the sound there now. Okay, so I've been covering this for some. All right, guys, I can't listen to myself talking again. Oh. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm talking. It's really annoying actually hearing myself. So let's put on Steamboat Willie quickly. Okay, let's get that on here. Let's get the sound for that. So this is in public domain now. So these are videos that Upscaled, a member over on the MiSTerFPGA Discord server, they converted these, and then they pinged me and they pinged Video Game Esoterica, and they actually converted videos into Nintendo 64 ROMs, and that was really interesting with the Nintendo 64 core. Now, the Nintendo 64 core has received numerous updates this year, and it has become even like a heck of a more accurate. There's a testing tool for the Nintendo 64. I can't remember what it's called now, but I think the Nintendo 64 core now scores like maximum marks on there. So absolutely amazing. So who would have thought, guys, that, you know, at a certain point in your life, you are probably out there clubbing and doing stuff, and now all of a sudden you are here on a Saturday night watching Steamboat Willie being played on a MiSTerFPGA on a Nintendo 64 core, where this video has been converted into a Nintendo 64 ROM. Absolutely bananas. This is the life we live, guys. This is what we do. Oh, Shadow Dancers. A Linux channel now. Oh, Linux. To be honest, I only use Linux on my Steam Deck, Naz. Not really anything else. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at what else is going on. While you guys watch a little bit of Steamboat Willie, I am going to go and see what else we've got. So N64 got a lot of updates out. Mega Drive update, MiSTer. What was the Mega Drive update, MiSTer? I need to check this out, see what this says. Oh, okay. All right, okay, so the Mega Drive core received updates, so that's really good. The Mega Drive sort of core is very cycle accurate. Also, what's really cool as well is the NES. I'm gonna pick out a specific video. Actually, the NES has been receiving a whole bunch of updates. That's really cool. In fact, let me go and find that video, and we'll just quickly have a look at that. Okay, good. I've got what I want to show, but I'm going to turn this off and actually just play a game. Just have something running there. Okay, let's run a bit of GoldenEye because that has a nice intro going for itself, right? So here we are. But in the meantime, guys, I want to show you guys something else, and I'm going to run that. And this is really, really cool. Okay, just enjoy that a second, guys, while I prep something up. Well, one thing about streams is I don't often check my messages, and I've got to spend like 20 minutes after clearing all my messages and that. I'm a very, very online person. Right, I'm just looking at stuff here. I just wanted to see if I had this test actually. Okay, bear with me, guys, but do enjoy a little bit of Bond there. Okay, I haven't got a test that I'm running here. Okay, so look, in regard to the NES core, the NES core on the MiSTerFPGA, it's freaking amazing, right? It's been so darn good. Everyone I know that I've spoken to that has an original NES says that, look, there's no reason for them to use their NES. The MiSTer just does it amazingly well, and they absolutely love it. There's no reason, you know, all the quality of life improvements, playing it on a digital display, playing it on an analog display is fantastic. So what happened was there's a benchmarking tool for the NES called Accuracy Coin, and I'm sure it is for the NES, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, is it Accuracy Coin? Am I thinking? Yeah, hopefully I've not got it wrong. But yeah, Accuracy Coin, and yeah, the NES is getting like 100% marks on that. It's just passing. So what's happening is we're getting now support for lots and lots of custom mappers. So like all retail games work on both the MiSTer and the Analog Pocket, but however, these custom mappers, they let like aftermarket games work that use other parts of the hardware from the NES that were never originally used by NES developers. As well as that, sometimes you've got these pirate cartridges that had extra equipment in there that will give you like 30 games in one, 150 games in one. All that stuff is getting implemented to the NES core. I've got a video to do on the NES on my to-do list, just having a look at all the new custom mappers and what it brings. But yeah, it's been a big year for the NES when it comes to the MiSTerFPGA. It just keeps getting so more accurate. It is becoming like real hardware. And some people say, well, it's not a retail game, you can't play it. But then you got to think to yourself, if you released a game today that used parts of the NES's hardware that no original game did, well, you want to implement it in FPGA so you are accurate to the hardware, right? Not just the commercial catalog that's available. So yeah, it's been a heck of a big year for NES. If you're a NES fan, then MiSTer has been freaking amazing this year, guys. Absolutely, like 100% amazing. Okay, oh, PCN, good to see you. I need to drive to Romford now. No worries, my bro. Have a good one. Let's catch up soon for sure, man. Even if we do a little bit of Fightcade or something just to catch up, that'll be amazing. I saw IQ games in your N64 folder. Are those compatible? You know what? Let's try it now. I can't keep up with everything, so let's run that now because Takumi is freaking awesome. Remember, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, press that like button. This is a non-monetized stream. Yeah, here you go. I've only got one there. I've got F0 and it should work. Yeah, any super likes, channel memberships is super duper appreciated. It goes towards contributing toward the channel. Right, let's have a look, because we have definitely slowed down a bit and we want to pick it up, pick it in. Hopefully this will give a demo mode. Now don't mind that stuff there on the side, that's just me not tweaking my upscaler, the Morph4K, during the video. So I'm not going to change anything in here. I've just got I'm trying to do a one trick for everything out there. Let me have a look. So NES, MiSTer, what else have we got? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We can move on to the next one. So we're moving on to 156. 156, here we come. That's what she said. Again, never gets old. Right, okay, what are we looking at in 156? Okay, so Run and Gun, we've had a look at. Neo Geo Pocket, again, an update for that. CPS3, more updates for that. What else we got? Okay, so we had a look at, yeah, some soundtrack stuff being done for games like Violent Storm, Mystic Warriors by Vertex, some stuff he was working on. Hopefully, I really hope he does resume that. Okay, Atari System 2, that was interesting. Okay, let me find a video for that on my channel, so we can quickly give that a quick watch. There you go, guys. Nice IQ. So I was IQ the arcade side of the N64. I can't remember. Was that the Alex 64? Honestly, really difficult to keep up with everything. So what were we looking at? Okay, so good stuff here. The Atari System 2 coming to the MiSTerFPGA. Did we actually get this? I can't remember. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did, right? It's a work in progress at the moment. Eventually, oh no, yeah, we did. Okay, okay. Games eventually supported. Now, can't anyone confirm in chat? Is this out? Have we got Paperboy for it, or is this something that's being worked on? It's something that was kind of shown on there. We have got a GitHub link. We can check that out. We're looking at the games on this system. Actually, I'm not sure if this is out. I know we've got Atari System 1, which has stuff like, what is it? Here we go. Let's have a look at this GitHub page. Let's have a look at this GitHub over here. Is this out yet? Atari System 2. Atari System 2 FPGA from 1985, based on System 2 supported game cartridges. Oh, it is out. Look, work in progress. Okay. So that's the work in progress. So sorry guys, yeah, that is out. I didn't even realize. I know my buddy Big Al is a big fan of Paperboy, but yeah, it's got a decent bunch of games on there. It's even got like a Gremlins prototype and stuff. So some good stuff to kind of look at. Atari, there were some interesting games. A lot of games I played in the arcade. Atari System 1, I really did like Indiana Jones on that one. I used to play it on the ST, so it was fun playing like the arcade version as well. Let's see what else we have to go through here. Okay, again, more stuff for the Sega Saturn and the STV. Guys, we probably got like 50 updates for the Sega Saturn core in the year 2025. Absolutely amazing. All right, what's the next one we're looking at? 156. Let's go to 157. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so Star Force we've had a look at, and Baluka no Densetsu. Okay, so the Star Force game, some other cores were available on that, or some other games were available on that core, should I say. And, here we go. Right, let's bring this up. So there you go, that's the other game that's on there, and that's called, what's it called? There you go, Baluba Look no Densetsu. Very, very difficult game, but that's on the Star Force core. Other people kind of generated MRAs and used it on the developers core that brought that over. So that was a nice surprise. It's actually quite a funnish game, man. Again, before my time, but one of those games that's always appreciated from a preservation standpoint. Okay, so Paprium, MiSTer and EverDrive support. Okay, that was interesting where so for Paprium, Corix mentioned that he's got it working on the EverDrive, and hopefully those mappers can be, or whatever he used to do it, can be brought over to the MiSTerFPGA. It hasn't happened yet. I'm really hoping at some point it does. Then, okay, nope, nothing important there. Right, okay. SNES, oh, okay, this was really cool. So the SNES got a rumble support for the MiSTerFPGA. So if you can use it with a control, actually no, the normal SNES core supports the rumble controller via snack if you've got that one. But if not, you can actually just use it with any controller with rumble. You know, I took a picture of well, some of the controllers that I have here. Actually, I've got all of those controllers here. But yeah, they will rumble. So there's games out there like Castlevania, I think F-Zero's one, Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Castlevania, they support rumble, and your SNES can actually rumble now on the MiSTerFPGA. So that was a very, very nice addition. What else have we got? Okay. Okay, so there was an update to the SNES core as well while we're talking a bit about SNES. That was a ROM hack friendly core. That some ROM hacks that didn't work on the vanilla core worked on that one. More updates to the Sega Saturn and NES TV. What have we got? Anything new? Okay, nope. We're moving on to 157. Let's do this. Right, okay, 157. Yo, Chris is Retro Gaming in the house. This has been a long stream, man. I definitely feel like a bit off more than I can chew. Oh, did I? Have I gone to the right one? Let me have a look. Oh no, I've gone to the wrong one. Okay, we need to go to 158. My bad. Went to the wrong one. Right, okay, 158. Cool. All right, let's have a look. Right, let's bring this out. Okay, so Nibbler. Oh, Nibbler. This is something that Boogerman is working on. Not a game that I'm familiar with so much, but let's have a look. There you go. So we're going to look at some of the games. So this is a particular arcade system. One of the games on there called Nibbler. Big shout out to Boogerman. I know he's super, super busy, but he kind of shows this game to us running. So this is something that's due to come out on the MiSTer Yellow Pocket. No idea, not much of a date. I can't even remember what this game is now, to be honest. But Nibbler is something that Boogerman showed off in 2025. So hopefully we'll get that soon. I'm very close with Boogerman. So usually if there's any releases, I do get them early. Okay. Okay, so this was kind of cool. So not directly, but it was nice to be able to play Earthian on the MiSTerFPGA because the Steam version had a encrypted version of the ROM, which was decrypted, and you could play it. So I got the version at my Steam ROM, got it decrypted and played it. So that was actually a fun thing to play. I do always tell people, please support Yuzo Koshiro, buy this game. And obviously if you're going to take it out and play it on your MiSTer, then all good on you. But support it because I really want to see more games from Ancient, from Yuzo Koshiro. Imagine just getting like a new Streets of Rage game, man. That would be bloody amazing. Like, and it will happen if we pay for this stuff, quite frankly. So I will definitely put my wallet where my mouth is. Does that even sound right? My wallet where my mouth? Shouldn't do that. I leave my wallet out in dodgy places. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, what else have we got? MiSTer Multisystem 2 again. Zapparoo working with MiSTer Multisystem 2. Dead Connection. We had a look at that earlier. That was a Taito F2 core, or an F1 system game working on the F2 core. The X68000 on MiSTer again. Star Force. New case for the MiSTer Pi. Okay, so that's that one there. It does look like I'm rushing through some of them, but we've covered a lot of this stuff. So we're going to go to episode 159 now. And let's see what other big things were kind of left there. Let's have a look. Wasn't Streets of Rage 5 announced this year? But is that a Mega Drive game, or is this Streets of Rage 5, or was that a rumor? I can't remember. I know there's that 3D looking Streets of Rage game. I'm not sure if that's going to be good or not. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Golfing Greats. So here we've got Golfing Greats. So this is one of those games, right? It's not actually a bad game. It's a decent golf game, right? So this is actually released for both the MiSTer and the Analog Pocket. And well, one of the games for the MiSTer. So what was really cool about this is I was waiting for this game to come out and then Run and Gun, because these were prerequisites for before Hatego and his team began development on CPS3. And so this came out. I had the really early version of this. In fact, should we have a look at, let me see if I've got this broken version of it. It's really cool. I like looking at that stuff, right? And why do I like looking at that stuff? Because it just reminds me of what developers go through to get games working for us. Let me see if I've still got this on here. Now, by no means is this reflective of any final product. This is just, I was speaking to Hatego and, hold on, let me just reboot it. So I was speaking to Hatego and we were talking about golfing greats. And yo, Dave Repairs, how you doing, man? 25 was amazing. Yeah, oh, absolutely, man, absolutely amazing. So I was speaking to Hatego and he had a version of Golfing Greats where the graphics were all broken. I was like, oh, let me run a video on it. It looks so darn good. I just loved it. I'm hoping I've still got it on there. I may have, I think it's gone. Unless I had it as something else, maybe G Great or something, no? Because sometimes I've got earlier versions of games in here, but I don't know if they, Golfing Greats. All right, well, we'll run the normal version of it. Yeah, but Golfing Greats was one of those games that I was waiting for. You know, I was waiting for it to be done, then Run and Gun, and only because I really wanted CPS3, and you know that's happened and work has kind of begun on that, right? Metal Black was another game from Wicker Wacker. Let's have a quick look at that. That was really good. I think it's a beautiful looking game, man. Looks really cool, and it's a horizontal shmup, and it's wicked, man. It's like in this one, don't trust the buildings, man. The buildings are not your friend, and there's like a little massive crab insect thing with, it's using the building as housing, as a shell. It looks bloody amazing. But this is a really good game, really good effects, especially like when you fire like your super laser weapon. There you go, it's there right there. But this is a good game. Look at that building with that screen in the background. Absolutely amazing from Wicker Wacker. Just a great bloody, just a great looking game, man. A great looking horizontal shmup. Okay. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Okay, Superstation 1, multi-system, alt cores for MiSTerFPGA, Phozon MiSTer. What the heck's Phozon MiSTer? I don't even know what that is. Oh, okay. This is cool. So having a look at this. Okay, so this is the developer that brought over Star Force, Madoka. The Phozon I have is this one. So they're talking about like another core. I think a version of this might already be out for the MiSTer, but you know they just work on what they want to work on. So you know, mad props to them, I suppose. Interesting stuff, right? Okay. Oh, we can move over to the next one now. So wow, we're on 160. We started at 128, guys. We're on episode 160 now. We've just got. We're gonna go all the way up to 180, and I actually know 179, the last one of 2025. Wow. Okay, if I can finish by 7:30, that'd be amazing. That's when I told my wife I'll be finished. So yeah, let's have a look. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, double dribble missed. Oh, double dribble. What the heck is double dribble, man? I don't even remember what this is. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. CPS free. Okay, Superstation 1. Okay, so nothing major as far as anything new that we haven't already covered in here. Wow, man, I never. Okay, no, sorry. Thought you could see something there. You couldn't. All good. Right, let's go over to 161 now. Okay, 161. Okay, what we got here? Let's have a look. Okay, yeah. So there was talk. It wasn't out, but there was talk of Operation Wolf, potentially Operation Wolf 3 and Title F3, but that's so far away. Hopefully someone at Raki works on a Title F3. That would be amazing. More retro remake, retro arch. Okay, again, not so much stuff there. So we're going to go over to the next episode, which is 162. So 162, here we come. That's what she said. I know. It never gets boring for me. Let's have a look. Okay, so okay, this was kind of interesting. So This game here, Surprise Attack. So this is I like to call it Space Shinobi, man. I prefer Shinobi. It's difficult because you don't get the bounce like you get in Shinobi and Shadow Dancer. As soon as an enemy touches you, you die. It might be actually better to run the game. So let's actually run. Let's run the game and look at the attract mode of that, because you'll be probably bored of looking at golfing, right? You know, you want to see something kill something, right? We're like that, right? So Surprise Attack. Okay. Here we go, Surprise Attack. As I like to call it, Space Shinobi. So this game here, it's difficult. It's interesting though, because you can go upside down, like gravity changes. The bosses are interesting because it's like one of those, like the games of that era. It's like those pattern games that you play, right? So you learn the pattern, you get through, you beat the game, right? What else have I got? Okay, so Ajax and Typhoon Land. Yeah, I've got that here, but we had a look at that before. Station 1. Oh, handheld MiSTer. Hopefully this is Ken's one. No. Okay, not what I expected. Nah, okay, sorry guys. Looking at stuff here, just seeing if it's worth me showing you guys that stuff. Oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Let's have a look here. Okay. Okay, while you guys are looking at Surprise Attack, let me show you one thing here. So this is kind of cool. Super Mario Brothers 1 world record done on a MiSTer. So someone got the world record for Super Mario Brothers 1, a speed run world record on a MiSTerFPGA. It's really nice when you see that the MiSTerFPGA is a replacement for hardware and people are now using it to beat world records. So really, really cool there. But I think that's it for 162. We are now going to go to 163. Let's have a look. Okay, run and gun again, got that in there. Anything here? Triple level. Nah, nothing kind of major here that we haven't really covered. So we're gonna go 164 now. Let's see. Okay, golfing greats. We've had a look at that. What else we got? Okay, so this is interesting. Something from Boogerman again. So this is something that recently got dumped on MAME. And I think Boogerman is working on an FPGA course. So this is a game called 119. Not a game, again, that I'm familiar with, a little bit before my time. But again, always appreciate the preservation efforts. I know Boogerman is someone that does multiple projects. So they may have moved on to something else. But it'd be interesting to see that come out. Metal Black, we had a look at that, right? We did. That was a shmup, right? Is that the one? Oh, yeah, we had a look at that. Okay, cool. I think obviously I list them when they first become available as test cores, and then when they hit update tool, I usually mention them again. So again, more updates to the Sega Saturn core, easy video mode swap for the Saturn, Super Cassette Vision we had a look at again. So a lot of stuff is kind of repeating, but we have got more stuff coming. So let's go move over to 165. 165. Okay, looking at the timestamps here. What we got? Oh, okay, so, right. So what were we talking about over here? So this was kind of interesting, right? You remember, guys, the DE25 or a potential MiSTer 1.5 or a MiSTer 2 or a MiSTer Pro, whatever you want to call it. I actually bought one of these because I feel like, well, at least I'm hoping this gets adapted, or I've bought an expensive paperweight, right? But I've got the DE25 Nano. It's got 138,000 logic elements instead of 110, but there are a lot of improvements on there. I think onboard SD RAM, the memory is better, so it's got a lot of improvements. So it would be nice to get like a pro version of the MiSTer. Well, I definitely want this to come out and something to happen to it. If not, I've bought a board that I haven't even taken out of the box. It's just sitting there in a cupboard. So interesting stuff with that came about earlier this year. Right, what else have we got? Okay, so Title F2 updates on MiSTer. So that got their Philips CDI again getting updated on MiSTer. Oh, Superstation 1 front end. Let's hopefully... okay, this is interesting. So here we go. So Tachyon showed the front end for the Superstation 1. Unfortunately, the units that have shipped don't have this front end at the moment, guys. It's not there. It doesn't have the front end on there. But it is a software thing. So if you've got your Superstation 1, hopefully Tachyon will push out an update and you can get a front end like this. I don't think when you get it, it's got all the images and everything on there. That's something you need to put on there yourself. But it does look really good. I mean, I do like the MiSTer Minimal menu. I like it. I like just going in there, picking a game. But I do also appreciate these front ends and everything. They are really cool. I thought I was going to try and play that over there. But again, yeah, really good there. Let's see what happens with that. I mean, people are really happy that have the Superstation 1. They think it's a fantastic little device. So yeah, to get a front end for it will be nice. It'll be a nice touch for the consumer out there. What else have we got here? MiSTer Multi-System 2 feedback. Okay, MiSTer Multi-System 2 feedback. That's been good as well. People like it. It is more expensive. I mean, it's difficult for a Western company to compete with an Eastern company. And, you know, I'm a cheapskate, so I'll go with a cheaper option. That's just me. But it is nice to see MiSTer Multi-System to get the ground between an Eastern console or an Eastern alternative and an original DE10 Nano. So all the best to them. Right, where are we going now? We're going to 166. Wow, okay, let's go 166, see what happens. And I'm going to load another game in a second and just run into a bit of chat and have a look at chat. Okay, Cabal and Tokyo for the MiSTer Analog Pocket. Let's have a look what was there. Okay, so this was kind of interesting. So the developer that brought Tokyo over, FPGA Retro Gaming, Tokyo was their debut core, and Tokyo is one of my favorite arcade games. I played it a lot as a kid. It's a bloody difficult game that cheats you, and you really need to learn like the entire game. Some parts you can't do with reflex. By the time you see it, you're dead. So you need to kind of preempt your movement down there. But they kind of spoke about projects they'd like to do, and they went on to say that they would like to do a Cabal. Cabal's something that they would like to do. I don't know if I'll show any footage of it here. Yeah. So Cabal's like a gallery shooter. It's something that I played in the arcade. In fact, it was like 1 minute down the road from where I lived in the closest chip shop to my house. It's a fun game, and hopefully this is something they can crack on with this year, right? No pressure, no anything there, but it did mention an interest in the CAD Corporation games, and Cabal is one of them. So it'll be amazing to see that. FPGA Retro Gaming, you know, Happy New Year to you, buddy. Haven't spoke to you for a while. You're freaking amazing. Love your work, man. Right, okay, what else have we got? Next gen Viva, massive. Okay. Oh, this was interesting. So a MiSTer Amiga CD2 32 update. Now, the Amiga does not have a true CD32 core. What it does do is the guys at Amiga Vision have tweaked it using an Amiga, I can't remember if it uses an Amiga 1200 for the games that can work on it. So it doesn't support the whole library, but it's been integrated into Amiga Vision. It works really, really well, and you can check some games on it. It really isn't a good system. I mean, when I say it's not a good system, it's a system that doesn't really have that many good games on there, right? But yeah, it was a fun one to check out. I mean, I love streaming new systems out there. I should do some more. There's some I still haven't checked out yet. But the CD32 was it was fun to get, and it's on the Amiga Vision front end, so they've just made it really, really easy for you, right? Absolutely amazing. So that was cool to get this year. Something that I checked out, something that I streamed, and yeah, available on the MiSTer again. Just so much stuff on the freaking MiSTer. All right, let's have a look. I want to go check out the timestamps again. I really want to change this game that we've been looking at for a while. So where are we? Station 1, MiSTer Unstable. Okay, right. So what episode now? 166. When we get to 166, we are making progress. Oh, I might even be done by the target time, you know. Bear with me a second. My bad. 167 is what I was looking for. Okay, let's see what's in 167. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I am back. Let me just check a couple of things while we're doing this. All right, we're nearly done for the year. So let's have a look. Let me go back into, yeah, let's have a look. So what were we looking at? Right, CD32. Okay. Oh, this is really cool. Right, what I do want to do though is I just want to get another game on. Doesn't matter what game we put on, right? Let's just have a look. Let's get another arcade game on. Okay. Okay, it's right. So, sorry, just wanted to change the game there. By the way, Willow's been out for ages. It wasn't 2025. So, what was really cool over here, guys, is this over here. I'm going to bring it up. So, a 4K MiSTer IO board or AV board is in the working, it's in the making. So this is something that's been worked on by PixelFX, and they've shared like some early, I guess, concept designs or early board designs. Really looking forward to this. So at the moment now, when anytime you're seeing anything on the MiSTerFPGA, what you're seeing is you're seeing it upscaled by the Morph4K, which is made by the same guys that are designing the MiSTer 4K board. So what this will do is this will be your IO board. You will connect it to your MiSTerFPGA, and you will output 4K directly from your MiSTer without putting it into an upscaler or anything like that. So it sounds really interesting. I really hope that development on this really progresses so we can get one. Obviously, I'm in contact with PixelFX. They gave me a PixelFX Morph4K to use on the channel, and I have been using it on the channel free of charge, obviously. And all they wanted in return was for me to make content, which I'm doing. So, guys, all the MiSTer stuff you're seeing here, plug to them. It is upscaled with the Morph4K. So this one over here, yeah, it'll be amazing to get that. Sorry guys, I thought there'd be more of a video there, but there you go. They were kind of talking about it on the MiSTerFPGA Discord server, and the actual initial response to this, the feedback received has been very positive. So really looking forward to this. There's a lot of people that would just like to put this board, connect it to the MiSTer, put it in a case, and just run with a 4K MiSTer without having to take an upscaler around with them. So interesting stuff, something to definitely keep an eye on. Naturally, I will keep you guys posted. Right, let's have a look. We got a little bit of Willow there. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Remember Willow? Okay, remember again, guys, Willow isn't from this year. I got a little bit sick of just looking at Surprise Attack for that long. Nothing wrong with the game though, but let's have a look. Okay. 4K AV board. Okay, so NES 100% accurate on MiSTer, but we've kind of covered that and spoken about that. 168 is where we need to go now. So let's go over to episode 168. And let's see what comes. I kind of want to load a game that we see in chat. Okay, not a massive amount of updates there, anything that we haven't covered already in this episode. So let's now go to 169. Okay, 169, what have we got? Oh, 3DO MiSTer, we're speaking about that again. Some more games for the Taito F2 or F1 games to the F2 core, like Pulley Ruler and a Euro Champ. Again, more updates for the NES. Mega CD, there was a big update to that core as well. Let's run a Should we run a Mega CD game? Let's run a Mega CD game, guys. Mega CD is freaking awesome, man. I need to actually, it's a good system to check out. Oh my God, what are the chances? We're talking about Mega CD and Snatcher comes up, although that's the PC Engine CD version. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me go here, because I think there's an unstable version out for the Mega CD. Let's check it out. Did I? Mega CD unstable. Right, let's just run a game on the Mega CD. And let's go USA. What's going to have like a good thing that's just kind of running? I think there was a Spider-Man game for this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, let's run Snatcher. Hopefully that's got a good attract mode there. Let's have a look at some of the chat a second before we kind of move on. Yeah, so the Mega CD received some updates this year. So that was pretty cool, guys. Let me just have a look at chat. I'm going to catch up a little bit with chat, guys. Surprise Tech still amazes me. Oh yeah, Dave Repairs, absolutely. A great looking game. D25 Pro MiSTer, maybe MiSTer version 2. They should pass it. I don't know, man. Takumi, I've bought it now, so I definitely want some kind of development for it. If not, I'm going to have to find a way of never opened thing to sell. Dave Repairs, CD32, yeah. Amazing, more than one fiber. And yeah, you know what? I just wish if it had more games for it, man. Oh, wicked. So Dave Repairs, Willow, I'm currently building replica arcade cabinet. Absolutely amazing. Great game. MiSTerFPGA is very much desired by me. Would be cool. Yeah, I think it'll be a very, very popular item. I wish PixelFX the best with it. You know, we've got a good working relationship. So that's something that, you know, if it does come out, it's something that I would like to test and use on the channel. That'll be amazing. Talking about PixelFX keyboard, it would be a 4K board, right? So it would be amazing. Possibly run shader glass software. I'm not sure if that will work. I don't know if we can get stuff like shader glass in here. Oh, sorry, do I need to press a button here or something? Or which RAM will you use? Okay, let's just go internal RAM. I need to press start here. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I was kind of reading the thing there. So we've got Snatcher here that everyone likes. I don't know if we're going to get an attract mode here, but let's have a look at that. So Mega CD, Gravis. Oh, this was kind of interesting. So this is Gravis Ultrasound, right? Which for the MiSTerFPGA, Gravis Ultrasound in AO486 core for the MiSTerFPGA. So yeah, which was a sound card which is now available in, it's a sound card that's available in the AO486 core for the MiSTerFPGA. So big stuff there, man, if you're on that sound card type of thing. Oh man, this Snatcher has got no attract mode. It's telling me to start the game. So let's hopefully Road Avenger. I just want something with a good attract mode in there, man. Actually, you know what? I might just have to go back to an arcade game. Just because they look good. What else? Trying to see what else is received. Okay, Batman Forever. Okay, Batman Forever. That was released this year, the arcade game, as part of the STV core. So that's pretty cool to check out. It should hopefully load up in a second. Let's have a look. Okay, guys, bear with me. And guys, if you are enjoying the stream, press that like button. Do it for beautiful Karen over there, who will fight the Terminator for your affection. Oh no, it never gets. Oh, dude, what's happened to the sound there? Oh, that's a bit of a weird one. Let me turn this one off. Let's maybe. Oh no, Golden Axe. Hopefully there's not a sound issue with that. Don't know what happened there with that. I know the STV core is super stable, so hopefully that'll be all right. Let's have a look. What are we on 169? Okay, so 170 now. Let's go to 170. Guys, we are approaching the end. Wow, we just need to get to 179. This has been quite a long stream. Wow, almost, yeah, quite a bit of time, like almost 3 hours coming up. Wow. That's one of the longest ones I've ever done. That's what she said. It never gets bored. Right, okay. Oh, this is a good one, actually. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this was really, really cool here. Clockwork Aquario. So this is a game. So this is a game that wasn't around. It was cancelled. A Switch version of this game came out. And what happened was members of the community, Terminator 2K2, by the way, who's in chat, Chris's Retro Gaming, he kind of done some work on it, along with people from Video Game Esoterica's Discord server. And they kind of got together, done a collaboration with Hotego, and released this game. So this is essentially a Lost Arcade game. This is actually history. This is something that came to FPGA platforms before it came to software emulators such as MAME. So Clockwork Aquario should be public now, part of the Sega System 18 core. Definitely try it out. It's a funky little game. I do like the colors for this game. Really, really cool. Okay, let's have a look. What else are we working on? Clockwork Warrior. Okay, where's Waldo? We kind of spoke about that earlier. I really don't. Okay, you guys want to look at that? All right. So where's Waldo? Remember that? I think over here it was called Where's Wally. In America, I think it might be called Where's Waldo. So if you like this, you look for him on the page, and he kind of hides dynamically and all of that. So yeah, there you go. Where's Waldo? All right. Let's have a look at what is next. The sound for, I don't know, something's up with the STV sound. It's kind of doing my head in. Let me run another game. And Gradius 2. Let's hopefully it does go into a track mode, even though that is the special version. Should have gone for Vulcan Venture. Let's see what else we got in the timestamps. There's the okay. So I want to just quickly check. Oh no, actually no, we can't. Okay, so Zapparoo you can launch via USB, but I was hoping it's a video, but I've got still references, kind of reference to it. So this is a system I need to check out. It is only something from the MiSTer FPGA forums, but PCXT it's received a few updates in the last few months, so that's really, really interesting. And so we. Okay. Yep. Okay. So we're on to the next one. So where are we now? We're on 171. We're getting to 171, guys. 171. Okay. Super duper. What have we got here? Okay. Oh, here you go. Interesting releases here. So over here we've got DD Crew. So this is a brawler again on the Sega System 18. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, DD Crew was it? It must be Sega System 18, right? So this is a brawler that I never played this growing up, and going into it now, like I didn't enjoy it that much because I like my Final Fight. You know, Double Dragon I grew playing up. I have nostalgia for it. See, Double Dragon isn't a great game, right? I know some of you would disagree to that, but Double Dragon to me isn't the greatest of game. Only because, like, I like it because I grew up playing it, so I have nostalgia for it, right? Final Fight was a better game, Cadillac and Dinosaurs, a lot of the Capcom ones were a lot better than that. Stuff like Gang Wars, PLW was better as well. But Double Dragon just, it's not aged as well as some of the other games. So this one here, DD Crew, like this for me, because I don't have the nostalgia for it, it just doesn't feel that great. It looks good. I mean, it looks even better on a CRT. But yeah, it's one of the games that we got this year, and a lot of people did play it in the arcade, and they did appreciate this release. And you know, me, I appreciate this stuff. I like the stuff more that I have nostalgia for. So if there's a new old game that I like, it has to be really, really good. And then we also got this game here, Hammer Away, which, let me bring that up. Okay, so guys, this is an early beta version. So this beta version here had a black line going through the screen here. That got resolved. Some people said you needed to reboot your MiSTer. You done something. For me, you know, 5 out of 5 reboots, this is what it looked like. So, but this is, again, like it's all right. It's interesting. Not one of the ones I played growing up. So not something I'm truly interested in playing, but it is a decent game, man. It's a vertical shmup. It's something that if I did play in the arcade back in the day, I'd have the nostalgia for it. Right, what else have we got here, guys? Okay, Premier Soccer. To be honest, Premier Soccer is something that Hotego showed off a lot, but that actually came out yesterday. So, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's go over to the next episode. So we are now going to 172, right? Okay, 172, which is this one here. Let's see what's on offer, and hopefully there's a new game that we can just load up. Run and gun. Let's put on run and gun, actually. I know we've looked at that already, but it's one of the arcade games. It's one of the games that's going to make CPS3 possible. And it was really weird, right? So a little bit of trivia here, guys. I want to tell you something kind of interesting. Sorry, you can probably hear me adjusting my chair, but I have been sitting down a long time and I don't want to get comfortable, right? So what happened was I spoke to Hatego like last year. We were talking and I was like, hey, you know, what games are you interested in bringing out? Like what games? And he said to me, he told me the games he was working on and what to kind of expect. And then he said, look, there's a personal project that I want to work on. And I was like, oh yeah, what's your personal project? And he said to me, run and gun. And I was like, and it was like, the way he phrased it was like run and gun game or something. And I thought it was a run and gun game. I thought, oh, you know what? It's probably Cowboys or Mumessa or something, right? He's probably just telling me now that it's a run and gun game. He's telling me the genre. He doesn't want to tell me the game. And I sat on that for ages until later he was like, oh yeah, I'm working on run and gun, and shared a tweet showing this game. And I was like, oh, you actually meant the game is called Run and Gun, not the actual genre. So that was quite funny. Then a friend of mine said to me that strategy in basketball is run and gun, or strategy in different sports as well, but basketball being one of them. So it kind of made sense. But I really thought that it was something like a run and gun genre of a game. So that was kind of interesting there. So there you go, man. That was a little bit of trivia there. Right, let's go back to the page now. And what else we got? So again, more talk about Neo Geo Pocket, Premier Soccer. What else have we got here? Superstation 1 demo disc that Taki spoke about. So that was kind of interesting. So Superstation 1, a lot of us are looking forward to it. So Taki put a message out there saying, you know, anyone, if you're a developer, get in touch. And really, really cool. Lots of people got in touch with Taki, and the Superstation 1 packaging has all the pictures on the back, and it comes included with those demos and homebrew games. So really, really cool there for Taki to reach out, and really, really cool for all the developers to actually, you know, come back and say, yeah, you know what, feature our game on there. I guess it's like a cross promotion, so it works. Okay, let's go to 173 now. Okay. All right, what have we got for 173? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this was interesting. Not something, sorry, I know much about, but MiSTer Development Enterprise MiSTer. So Enterprise was, I can't remember if it was like a clone of an Apple II or something. Do I go in here for it? Was it here? Okay, Enterprise. Yeah, so again, like a computer core for the MiSTerFPGA, not something I'm too familiar with or anything like that, but I remember it being like a clone of something or whatever. But yeah, Enterprise, look, without getting into too much detail about the the system, if you know the Enterprise, then you know the Enterprise. It's a system, and yeah, it's available, well, it was made available for the MiSTerFPGA last year. Do let me know if you've played it in chat, man. Let me know. Have you played, do you know about this Enterprise computer? It's not something I'm familiar with myself, right? So unstable, okay, right, okay, wow. So we're moving on to the next episode now. 174. Wow, I can't believe I'm coming near the end of this, man. That's what she said. Right, okay, 174. 174. Okay, interesting stuff here. So, okay, so this is kind of interesting. This is something I'm looking forward to. It's a game called Caliber 50. I played this in the arcade. So this is something Hatego and his team are actively working on. This is something that a director of Hatego's Patreon, which are one of the highest paying tier, if not the highest tier. So they can actually request stuff and Hatego will work on it. And this is one of the games they requested. I played this in the arcade. I liked it. I liked it a fair bit. As you can see, this is something you want to play with a rotary arcade stick. And hopefully we'll get that this year. But this is something that Hatego and his team was showing off in 2025 as something on their list of projects that they're going to be working on. Running on fixes, Hypersport, okay, to Tankum. So I've got there's some games that I've mentioned that I haven't actually put on my MiSTer. Where are we next now? 175, 175, Johnny 5 is alive. Okay, let's have a look what we've got for timestamps. Okay, so again, computer cores here. I don't really know too much about them. Never really do. Oops, sorry, wrong button. That's what she said. Yeah, so the TK2000 and Enterprise. So these cores again on the MiSTer being updated. Just mentioning it out there for anyone that knows these systems. I don't, but if you know them, the MiSTer loves you and it gives you those, well, not so popular cores. But I do like not so popular cores coming on there because everyone likes different things. People have different nostalgia. Let's have a look. Okay, there was a lot of releases for the Zapparoo core, and yeah, it gets constantly updated. So the NFC side from Wizzo and gang is freaking awesome. So I mentioned that through a few times throughout the year, but really, really good. Oh, actually, you know what? One thing I think it's going to be in here later, is a front end that Wizzo showed that looks really, really good. Script for N64. Okay, really nice stuff here where there's a script that will just update the turbo core for the Nintendo 64. I did update mine for ages and I put this script on mine. I just updated it. So nice stuff like that from members of the community. Always nice to see stuff like that. I've got quite a few custom scripts on my MiSTerFPGA that just make my life easier when I want to update stuff. What else we got? Okay, right. Okay, wow, we're ready to go to the next one, man. Let's go. So we are now in 176. Let's go 176. Okay, expanding timestamps. Again, not so much for the MiSTer that week. We did have a few quiet weeks. So let's go to 177. And we're going to be going up to 179 because episode 180 was today's episode, which was in 2026, right? So this is all about 2025, right? What we got here. So Sega System 18 went public, so all good stuff there. Again, run and gun, caliber 50. So there was lots of fixes from Hatego for stuff like Double Dragon. Okay, Tiger Heli. Okay, was this? Oh yeah, Tiger Heli fixes. That was really cool from Anton Gell, and it's really nice where someone releases a core and then they go back and they work on that core. And as you can see, the helicopter blades with the fix applied is this one over here. You know, it looks better. So really nice there to get an update from Anton Gell. Nice one, buddy. Right, what else we got here? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, so this was kind of cool. So Twin Cobra, we got a call from the Coin-Op collection, and what's cool about this is so the MiSTer came out like 2024, I think. But yeah, as a beta, but it got released as I think a public core. Also got released for the Unlock Pocket. So with that, they made it public. It's a good shmup. I do like this shmup. So yeah, Taito Twin Cobra. Now the next game loads up. Okay, cool, good stuff here. So that's the release that the MiSTer got as far as public releases go. Okay. Let me have a quick look. Sorry, I just realised I may not have pressed the button to bring that up on screen, or did I? Get a bit tired there, but don't worry, we're nearly at the end. Twin Cobra, PlayStation core got updated again. Right, okay, cool. We can move on to the next one. There's stuff there, but we've covered most of it. So 178. Wow, guys, we're nearly approaching the end, man. This is freaking awesome. So what did we get in 178? I know there was some decent stuff in the last couple of weeks. So SNES core, okay, SNES core updated. Okay, what was this update for the SNES? Sorry guys, I'm watching an advert here, just on my own YouTube channel. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's bring this up. Sorry, just getting the intro of my channel there. Oh, it should go into, here we go, SNES core. So can't remember what this update was, man, for the SNES. It obviously did something. I've got it in there. So yeah, SNES core received an update, and it would have brought some changes. Oh, was it the competition cart? I think it might have been the SNES core's been updated to run the competition cart. That's exactly it. So there were these cartridges that weren't retail, and competitions were held in places like malls and university campuses. So those changes have now been implemented to the Super Nintendo cores, or the Super Nintendo core on the MiSTerFPGA. So that's really, really cool. It means you can play these games that were really out there for events. Mario was one of them, And then you've got stuff like F0 where you just get 2 laps in the fastest time. There you go. And then after that you do pilot wings. So that was really, really cool to get that added on there. And these carts are the holy grail of collecting. There was some individual carts like Star Fox and Donkey Kong, and then you had these 3-in-1s there, man. And these go for like $50,000 plus. So it's pretty insane what the pricing is for this stuff here. So amazing stuff there. Nice to get that compatibility over to the MiSTerFPGA. Right, let's have a look. Oh, this was really cool. Let me run this call now. So this is actually available via up there too. I don't think there's anything fancy that needs to happen with this. So run, and the funny thing is we've had number 2 for quite some time, but number 1 we just got recently, and it's this game here, Snow Brothers. I played this a lot in the arcade, guys, like a heck of a lot. So the sound's a little bit fast compared to original hardware, but hopefully that's something that will get resolved. But I had a lot of fun playing it, man. It was a fun bloody game to play. So Snow Brothers. All right, so looking at the other stuff that's available. Oh yeah, we're going to look at Wizzo's front end. You dirty people, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, Snow Brothers, yeah, good game. Played this a lot in the arcade, guys, like a heck of a lot, man. Yeah, guys, just a reminder, if you haven't pressed that like button, pressing that like button super duper helps. Really do appreciate it. And this stream is non-monetized while it's live on air, so any memberships or super likes is super duper appreciated as always. Right, let's have a look at the beautiful front end from Wizzo, because it really is something that's really cool. Is there anything else? Yeah, here we go. There you go. That's Wizzo showing a Zapparoo front end for the MiSTer. It looks really good. I know we've got the Taki Udon one coming out for the Superstation one, which, by the way, Taki Udon will release out in the wild for everyone to use on any MiSTer. He just wants to package it with the Superstation ones first before he puts it out for everyone to use. But Wizzo's made this really nice front end for the MiSTer. Hopefully, when Wizzo gets further along with this is something I can test out on the channel and show you guys. But it is nice. But like I say, I'm really happy with the MiSTer menu that we currently have. I don't necessarily need a front end, but you know what? It's kind of cool to get a front end, right? It does look nice. And here you go. He kind of shows the other one here. While you guys look at that, let me just run another game in the background. I really like Shadow Dancer, the attract mode. So even though that's not this year, technically it went into public as a public core this year, so that's really good. Let's have a all right. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, and let's have a look to see what are we on now. Oh, 178. So we're almost there. So Snow Brothers, the front end. So okay, let me have a look at this. This is something that hopefully we'll get this year. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, now I'm gonna leave that one. It's talking about the game Superman by Taito, and hopefully that's something we will get. It's definitely on my most wanted list when it comes to like arcade cores. Let's have a look. Okay, we're on to the last video now, guys. Wow. This is, I don't have to, no, this has been one of my longest streams ever. It's not my longest stream, but it's been one of my longest streams ever. Right, 179. What did we get over here? Let's have a look. Okay, yep, we're gonna run something here a second. A good attract mode. Okay, so to round up kind of 2025, let's go. Should we go? Oh, you know what? I want to go Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter Hyper Fighting. Okay, cool. So to kind of round up the year, guys, CPS 1 and CPS 2 from Hatego, there was an issue with it where the FGC was saying, look, this core is way too fast. It's faster. It's not accurate. And if you're like a pro Street Fighter player, you might feel it. It's not something I will feel or most of the common folk will feel. But if you're really good at like Street Fighter, one of the games that was affected was this one here, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. The other one that was affected was Super Turbo. So these games were affected. But what happened was Hatego and his Ortega and his team realized that the issue actually was down to turbo mode being left on by accident on CPS1 Hyper Fighting and CPS2 Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So that has now been fixed, as well as that bubble got more accurate with its speed. So a lot of stuff kind of came that helped. Now, it's very, very possible, guys, like we're at the end of it now. I think I've pretty much covered. Oh no, hold on. One thing we didn't cover, which is bloody amazing, is let me run the video. Actually, let me get the dedicated video on there, and I'll leave that one kind of running right as we do stuff. Bear with me, guys. Really, really good thing here for a really, really good preservation effort, actually, from Shane Lynch and Billy Time Games, and we got it. We got it for the MiSTerFPGA. Let's have a look. Where is it? I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just looking at my own personal old videos. And where is it? Here we go. And hopefully. So, ooh, right, let the advert play and then I'll bring it up on screen. Okay, so the Sega System Revival, really, really good. So I played the ROMs of this before I had the ROMs. But what's really, really cool is Billy Time Games, in collaboration with Shane Lynch, they got together and they've made the package, right? And how the package works is, look, you've got the menus over here. It's like the cable service, and you're using that cable service, you're looking at the games and you're playing the games that were being transmitted at that time. The games changed every month. You had a large choice of games and you could pick through them. Sometimes you had, I think, up to 50 games to play for that month, and the games rotated. So it was really, really good. So this is something big that we got for the MiSTerFPGA. Really, really like it. Big shout out to Shane Lynch and Billy Time Games for their amazing work. Just absolutely love it. So this was a service that you had to have cable, then you had to subscribe to this, you had to get a special cartridge connected to your cable. The games were then downloaded, they were stored in RAM. So whenever you turned off your Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis, the games would go. So it was a really, really good service. It took like a minute or something to load the game, even back then on very, very slow connections. So it was like good stuff there. So I think we've kind of wrapped up 2025 with this, guys. Absolutely amazing, absolutely good stuff here, and a good way just to kind of finish it up looking at some Street Fighter Hyper Fighting. Let me bring up the other screen here. So that kind of ends it, guys. Yo, Cuckoo, how you doing? Takumi, no mention of the demise of Mars and Super Sega. Well, to be honest, we're looking at a year in MiSTer. So, you know, if we were talking about, you know, demises of different things, then yeah, sure, man. I mean, Super Sega officially announced it. We kind of knew they were dead. And Mars was pretty much dead from the beginning as well. You know, they promised way too much, and it was very, very, very volatile stuff going on there. But yeah, that's happened. I mean, to be honest, it's like I'd rather more stuff comes out, because if more stuff comes out, I've got more stuff to cover on my channel, right? So it doesn't matter, right? Good, bad, whatever. If there's more tech out there, I've got more stuff to cover on my channel. So when projects don't make it, it's actually bad for me personally in the long run. So, you know, all good to them that you know, they haven't succeeded. Who knows? I mean, someone made a joke saying that maybe Super Sega and Mars will actually join up to make the ultimate super duper FPGA console, and it will be called Super Uranus. I mean, that's just a rumor that I heard, but who knows if it's true or not, right? But guys, I am gonna kind of end it there, man. It's been a long stream, 3 hours, 11 minutes and 45 seconds, man. That is really, really long. That is what she said, absolutely. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We had a look at pretty much everything that happened in the year 2025 when it comes to the MiSTerFPGA. I'm sure more happened that I've missed stuff out. You know, I'm far from perfect, but I did go over the news videos. I had a look at all the timestamps of like 52 videos, guys. This has been a long stream. But yeah, guys, be freaking awesome to one another. I'll see you guys around, man. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.